Welcome to the V. Lenore Show. Here, we will discuss lifestyle, beauty, celebrity gossip, and current events in our own way, my way, V style. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello, how are you? How's everybody? Does it look dark in here? Do I have to turn on the light? Let me see. I don't want to turn on the light, but anywho, I'm here, okay? And we'll be watching something together. So, y'all don't really have to see me, but I'm so glad to see you. Welcome to the V. Lenore Show, and I'm your host, V. Lenore. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi. Real BB. Hey, B. How you doing, girl? Hey, Penny Dud. Hey, Zen Soul. Been kicking it with me for the last few hours. Thank you. Hey, Chick-fil-A gal. Hey, Shay Baby. Hey, Shay Baby. I love that. Shay Baby. Hi, Caramel Beauty. Yes, hi, Twin 74. Cutie Pie is here. Sarah Burnside. Hi. Afia Vlogs Life. Hello. Hello. Hey, Shell Loves. Hi, Pumpkins. Hi, my name is that girl. Hey, Jacqueline Madden. Carlton Brown is back. Hi, Carlton Brown. Hi, Vintage 1969. Okay. Hi, Eat, Pray, Love. All right. I love the book. Actually, I like the movie too. But I was on my Eat, Pray, Love at one point. Love it. Love it. Hey, Mimi. Hi, T. Danielle. We back, girl. We back. Okay. Soul Power. Hi, Vicky Vale. We back in this thing. Hold on. Let's see. What you saying? Baby, I was so hurt. Sonia had her family and herself ignoring all my questions and comments. I just wanted to interact and get to know her and know the facts, as she said. So wait a minute. Let me understand. Her family, what? Is her family in the chat? Or was her family... do they come on the screen? This should be interesting. It looks like this live is 2 hours long. Now, we may not go through the whole 2 hours, child. That's a lot. What she said for 2 hours? I thought she said she just came out real quick for like an hour. Child. Hi, Speak Less. That girl, hello. Oh, they were in the chat. Okay. So do they have mod sticks? Because did she have mods? Hi, Chelsea. Okay, well, let's see what had happened. So what I plan to do today was check out Sonia's live from yesterday. She's been really, really trying to stay away from, I guess, the internet. And I think still she has to be careful if, in fact, he is not allowed to have a social media presence. I understand she has a channel, but if it ever looks like any information she is sharing is coming from him, that can truly, truly, truly get him in trouble. Especially knowing that he probably is trying to get her to come out here and state her case. In the same way he called the kids and trying to get them to go after the other daughter or whatever. I mean, it's just crazy. Even if he's not telling them to do that, he sets up this division amongst people to isolate folks. Again, because he's a predator. He can't have groups of people talking about him and feeling the same way or convincing the folks on his side against something that's not favorable to himself. So he tries to interfere. It's bad. I mean, here's the thing. It's one thing to say, this man is innocent and he's a nice man. If, in fact, she only saw him for 5 times. But anyway, if she only saw him 5 times and only talked to him on the phone over the last few couple of years anyway that he's been locked up. I mean, does it make sense that this person would be so invested in this process? I mean, I think that the fact that she, if not knowing him that well and hear the type of crimes that he's charged with, see, it'd be one thing if it said petty theft, or even if it was the armed robbery again, that would make me very nervous, right? But if you wanted to ride out with him just to see till the trial came so that you could see evidence for yourself, that makes sense. I can get that. But if you tell me that a man is being accused, has 5 different counts, one of grape, one of aggravated SA, one of aggravated SODOMY, sodomy. I don't think I'm supposed to say that out here for sure. I really don't think you're supposed to say that word out here, but the S word, okay? And then trafficking, like these are all SEX crimes, XCX related crimes. So why would it be okay for me to say, you know what? Innocent before proven guilty. And that may be the case, but why wouldn't you take precaution? Take precaution because you can't verify it. The best you could do is wait for a trial. And since the trial like here, me and him couldn't be but so cool. You are accused of some shit that is not cool. Period. And I don't know you, so I need to separate myself because I don't know if you're guilty. I don't know if you're innocent. So anyway, so let's hear what Miss Thing had to say. She said, I did hear the part where she said she was on vacation for the last 3 weeks, almost a month or whatever. I guess a month. She was headed back to Atlanta, but she spent 3 weeks in Cleveland. She spent a week in Vegas for the what's it called? For the Super Bowl. And so she's headed back to the ATL. Poor Ernest. Maybe that's why old girl was going so often. Because I guess you only get 1 visit per week. So that means what? Sonya was taking up all the visits? And it's only a 30-minute visit. So I guess the week she couldn't be there, I guess that's the last 2 weeks, I guess Sylvia went. I do remember, though, that call that we reviewed a few days ago, where he mentions about, trying to figure out how many people can come and visit. And she said, why? Who come to see you? The way she said it was like, See, she ain't threatened by Sylvia, but she don't know. You never know about somebody. She ain't threatened by Sylvia. Hey, Wigs and Wine. What'd you say? Oh, hey, I didn't know you were live. Yeah, I just went live. We about to talk about what's Majigger's live from yesterday. Sonya. Okay, so let's talk about it. All right, Wigs and Wine. Okay, so let me share my screen. There's a girl, Miss Waller, in his house. She says she in Cleveland. So let's get into it. Actually, I'm gonna make this smaller. Let's go here. Let's go here. Yeah, we're gonna make her smaller. We're just gonna make sure we can hear her good. Let me make sure the sound is okay, child. Okay, I think it should be good now. All right. And then let me also make a couple of quick announcements, honey, because you can't be ever too safe, or So Sonya, and to all listening, fair use is in play right now, okay? Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes of criticism. That's what I'm going to do. Comment, I'm going to do that too. Reporting, I'm doing it as we speak. Teaching, always an opportunity to learn, and if the opportunity presents itself, I shall teach. Scholarship, never mind. Education, yes, this is education. And research, this is a part of our research, and based on our previous research, we will be applying all of that knowledge as I give criticism and comment and possible teaching. All right, are we ready? Okay, you ready now? Let me check the chat. Put some popcorn in the chat if you are ready. Okay. I don't want to go too fast because if you're not ready, then you're not ready. But if I see the popcorn, I know you're getting ready. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's some popcorn. Thank you, Zenso. Okay, sense isn't common. Charlene. Hi, now. How are you? Okay, T Danielle, Blue Bear, Shay Baby. Okay, she got a bunch of popcorn. Okay, Tori. All right, then we're gonna do it. Hey, Star Bell. Let's get into it. All right, Mimi. Chelsea. That's right, the vegan athlete. It's that time. We're gonna make it happen. All right, Marky Mom. Okay, Carlton Brown. Okay, let me start this damn thing. I can't hear her. Did she have her stuff?
Remember to live chat. Remember your privacy, your guidelines. Okay.
Let's see.
Well, it is 10 o'clock. Saturday. I'll always talk about my teeth. We ain't gonna worry about it. Anyway.
Come on now, Sonia. Oops. Let me get you back, girl. Come on, let's get to it.
Don't be shy now. All right. Crazy. This is not the OnlyFans page. What we doing tonight? Hey, Ike. We ain't doing too much because I'm gonna be on here for 30 minutes and I'm trying to take a nap because I'm tired. Hey, Poochie's Closet.
Thank you, Shell.
I've been good. Yes, I'm single. Hey, Doc M.
Hey, Kate Jones, continuously evolving. Queen C.
Hey, people. So yeah. So just I guess going over some things. And what's crazy, I've been watching some of them. Well, I only watch phone calls from prisons videos because it's just us on the phone or us, a video of us. So it's not really commentated by bloggers because I see off the bloggers page. Only because, all the negativity. And I'm trying to figure out what all the hate that they started with in the beginning and all of the crap they started. I guess back in September is when everybody just tried to jump on this story or whatever.
I hope y'all understand. I sped it up just because. Okay.
A lot of things are coming to light. We got some more stuff coming to light as far as this case is concerned, proving his innocence. What are you going to say? How old am I? 55. I am 55 years old. Don't make me start. Hey, Doc M. It's kind of big. What's kind of big?
Oh, she don't know that's her phrase.
Over to Canada, and I'll make you some spicy Indian food. All right. I don't think it's hate. I think we're just entertained. No, it's a lot of hate. I know some people are just entertained because it's they come in quick, right? I understand that some of it's entertainment, but a lot of it is some hate. And the thing what confuses me, is if you don't like me. And if you feel like he's innocent, then why do you constantly go on those sites and watch us or listen to us or involve yourself in us? Because I'm not going anywhere where I got a problem. If I don't like the person, I'm not going on your page. I'm not watching it. If I don't like the person, period, I'm just not going nowhere near it. Yeah, I'm 55. It's not hate. It is. Girl, you got to read the comments. It's hate. It's a lot of hate. The name calling. It's a lot of people that don't hate, but it's a good amount of them that do hate, and it's sad. I join what we doing. Whatever you want to do. I was just trying to follow the court case. Exactly. Instead, right, insert yourself. So now, you were involved. Right. I agree with doing it. Yeah, I say everybody stay on the fence and watch it play out. You can't really pick a side until the evidence come out and show who's telling the truth, who's lying.
So, hey, Jay Vickers. So supposedly, I guess she's still in Cleveland. She was saying how, she went to Vegas, I guess, a month ago, for a Super Bowl. And then I guess she left Vegas after being there for a few days, went to Cleveland. She's still in Cleveland. So she's supposed to be headed back to Atlanta, I believe. So looks like she's at somebody's house. Maybe an Airbnb. I don't know.
Now you got all this drama coming on with Fulton County and the DA. And of course, you know, they was telling some tales in court with him on a couple of his court appearances, you know, and I mentioned it and I wrote and I told the judge, it's crazy. Nesto said you want him, but you can't afford him. I didn't listen to that phone call. Is that what he said? He said, I can't afford him. Hey, John. Okay. Right. You just got to watch it play out. And the court hearing he had last week, they said that they were going to indict him by April. Now, they said this last year, they were going to indict him by Christmas. Christmas came and went, no indictment. Yes, that's what he said. He said, are you helping with his bond? We're getting his bond together now. So, you know, I don't think it's you they don't like. It's a disrespect they're showing everybody on his side. Okay, so if y'all been following and watching, 3 bloggers came out talking about the fact that he is not married. And Chronicle Speaks is the blogger that first brought it out. She brought it out 3 months ago. She brought the documents out. And right, they said he ain't married. He is, she brought the court documents out saying he was just divorced September 21, which means anything he did between 2004 and 2021 don't count.
Well, hold on then. Hold on. We not gonna just brush over that. You mean to tell me you are okay with finding out that this man who told you he was married, what he told us, he told you he was married. So he told you was married. You thought he was married. You decided to carry on with a married man. Got it. Good. Why would he still continue to lie to you? If you told me in our interview together, Sonia, that when you found out that he was married after you had been kicking it with him for 2 weeks and then slept with him after 2 days and, you know, whatever the case is, and you find out that he's married or what have you, you got mad. So if he's not married, why would he tell you he was married? And if he's not married and told you he was married, even though you're supposed to be on his side and you're supposed to be his main squeeze at this point, why didn't you know that he wasn't married until the bloggers came out? And do it sound crazy? Or am I tripping? I mean, I could be tripping, y'all. Just let me know. But let's listen.
He was just talking shit. I don't miss a call. Thank you, Poochie. I love Poochie. So, and then 2, nothing was filed. So, you know.
And here's the other thing. If he lied to you about being married when he wasn't married, but he told you he was married, even though he didn't have to lie to you because you was mad that he was married. And if he'd have just told you he really wasn't married, then y'all probably wouldn't have gotten into it. All right. But with all that said, why do you still want to deal with his ass? That means he's a liar. And if he lied about this, how do you know he's not lying about being innocent? When we heard him, I hope you heard those calls from yesterday and the day before, Sonia, because if you really listen closely to what Dre is saying to him, Dre is saying, okay, after this, you need to sit your ass down somewhere. In other words, whatever you've been doing, you better stop doing because you keep finding yourself in this situation. Then they go on to say that Shirley knew what he was about. Okay. So that they're implicating Shirley. What makes you think you won't be implicated some kind of way in this mix? Because you sure look very desperate to help this man. Now, if we believe that you have seen him 20 times and your interactions were far more than what they appeared, it might question what was your involvement with him. Did he put something on you? Did you make a blood contract with old boy? Like, why are you so attached to this man that has these heinous crimes against him unless you are fighting for yourself as well? I don't understand it otherwise. I'm speculating. This is all alleged. I don't know anything. I'm just trying to figure it out because for me, the gaps in my mind just don't make sense. I don't understand how you support someone who has these types of crimes that he's accused of unless you know You might know more about it. You keep saying you know more than what you're telling, but how could you have found it out if the entire time you've been talking, he's been in jail? How do you know all this? Unless you're talking to co-conspirators, you know, other people who know stuff. Because I don't expect his friends or his family to say anything except for the fact that my dad is innocent. My dude is innocent. That's what they're going to say. VIP lady, I'm guessing he must have really laid it on her. She must have had a good old squig of some liquid V. He handled them toys the right kind of way. Did whatever else he did, because she's messed up. He did a spell or something, a ritual or something, child. Something going on. Because why is she so devoted? Unless she is aware of the business that he was doing, and she's covering up for whatever her involvement was. Was she a recruiter? Did she bring girls? I mean, what is this tie that you have to this man? Ask VIP lady in the chat. It's that thing that we used to know men to use when they needed to be aroused. But there is a form for women, and he had liquid V with him. So I don't know if he had that with his toys in the car. How embarrassing is that? You get pulled over by the police. They go to arrest you, and they come out with bags of toys and liquid V. Okay. Yeah, Chick-fil-A gal, put it in there for you, okay? I'm not saying it on here. Okay? All right, let's listen up, because he got her under a spell. Because otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Either she's covering up something for herself, or she is a damn fool for this man, and maybe he put a spell on her ass. Good God.
Said, did you ask him? I don't ask him anything on a line because he doesn't want people in his business.
Uh-huh.
So I don't ask him things I know he's not going to want to disclose for YouTube and the courts.
Got it.
He had a ceremony, and she thinks she's married. Well, again, until you file it, they can't find a certificate. It's not filed. So that makes it voided too. You can have a ceremony. And
no, it's not about
it has to be
no.
It has to.
Let's be clear. The bloggers and people who are researching online and calling vital statistics, or whoever keeps your medical records and vital statistics in your area, those people can't find it because it was not submitted. And I believe you have to submit that. And it's usually, that's the other thing, it usually is not the couple who has to submit it at all. It is the person, the officiant, is that what it's called? Whoever the person who officiated over the wedding, that is the person who's supposed to submit it in. I remember, look, when I got married, we eloped, sort of, kind of. I mean, people knew we were going. And we literally got married in our pastor's office, got all dressed up, had just a couple people there, got married, and then got on the plane, went for a little honeymoon, right? We did not send ourselves in. We had to go together to get the license. Is it the license or the certificate? The license. You go for the first part together. You know, they take your blood and you fill out all this paperwork and all that good stuff, right? And then you take that, whatever you get from them, their certificate, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. Whatever they give you, the license. They give you the license. You take it to the pastor, give it to whoever it is that's officiating the service, and they submit the stuff for you. You don't have to submit it. They submit it. And then you get your marriage certificate in the mail, or go pick it up from the pastor, wherever you go to get it. Okay. Now, she's saying, well, if they can't find it, it ain't valid. Da, 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 da. So it's almost like she's excited. She's happy that this is going on, because it sounds like they ain't married. Here's the thing. It's not Shirley's fault that it didn't get processed. I don't know what not that we know of anyway. Was it maybe either the pastor was in on this whole thing, and everyone knew they were doing this thing for cameras and for image purposes, right? Maybe everyone was in it and understood what it was. But if they didn't know, then does that mean Ernesto and or his wife, his alleged wife, whatever, did they do something to pressure the official who was supposed to submit the paperwork? Like, how did it not get turned in? That's the thing. Did something happen, transpire later? Maybe, I mean, why is it that it didn't get turned in if we literally have photographs from the actual service? Does that mean this pastor was involved? Anyway, let's listen, child. I just feel like she's getting happy about the wrong thing. And again, this is something that means that this guy is very deceitful, that his own wife could possibly not know that she's not married to him. Yet you have all of this loyalty for a dude who's not proven to be loyal to anyone, not his best friend, not his own children, not his own wife, no one. He has talked shitty, dirty about each and every one of them, and allowed you to talk dirty about these people as well. He won't even correct you when you do it. And you think he gives a damn about you? He is using you with every piece of his body, whether he's calling you because he's lonely, whether he can get you to run errands for him, or he can get you to talk, like all this lovey-dovey to him because you're handsome. Hey, handsome. Oh, he's a nice guy. Girl, bye. You are so full of crap. Anyway, let's listen.
To be filed with the courts. So no, I don't plan on getting married. Kevin Durant hairbrush, I agree. I don't know what he said. So are you saying he's not married? Yeah. Did you look for the marriage? Everybody's been looking for the marriage certificate since November of last year. No one's found it. Before I went on Tasha K, they were looking for the marriage certificate and they can't find it. So, because everybody, I think the bloggers was wondering why she never actually filed for divorce yet. How come the divorce complaint didn't make it to Fulton County yet? And so that's when they started. Yeah, you can be spilled your marriage. So that's when they started looking to see if they were actually married. And you have to file it within the county that you have the ceremony. And the ceremony was in Fulton County, and they can't find it. So I don't know deets. That's just what these YouTube streets are saying. And I'm saying
you ain't asking, huh?
Asking, did you look for it? No, I didn't look for it. No, I didn't look for it. I didn't look for it because you thought he was married. Y'all don't know what I thought because there's a lot of things I know that I can't speak on.
Ooh, what you say, Danielle? Said he talks badly about everybody except Erica. Even when she's talking dirty about Erica, he don't say nothing. You are so right. You are so right. Let's listen.
So I'm not going to speak on everything. I know more than I say. I don't know why people think every time we talk, we disclose all our business on these conversations.
No, we don't.
We don't, because one, the court's always been listening before we knew YouTube was listening. So we never disclose all of our business and everything only on the phone calls. They are recorded. We know they're recorded. So no, it's a lot of things we don't talk about. A lot of things we don't talk about on the phone or in person. Because again, those are monitored too. And a lot of things is not everybody's business.
Girl, now you don't. We ain't gonna play like you knew this from the get-go. You knew they were recorded, but you damn sure didn't think they would be public. And even once you knew about the phone calls, honey, I know you shit 2 or 3 bricks as soon as you saw that those face-to-face calls were being put out here for the world to see. Yeah, I'm sure that was a trip. And let me say this real quick too before we go any further. And just so I make myself clear, because I really want people to understand where I am and how I'm reporting on this stuff. It is not my intention to react to every video, to every phone call. Honestly, if something super good is on there, I hear about it, or I watch some of it and I feel like, oh, I want to comment on it, then I'll come out here and talk about it. But most specifically, my interest is in doing reactions of conversations that lead back to my interview with her. So if I think about, the things that she told me, the things that I knew either based on the phone call we had or from the interview we had, then I like to address those things. Okay. So I've said more than one time that I am late to this party. But guess what? There are a lot of people that have not watched the entire time. So if you are here to find out, every update that's going on, in this case, I'm not going to have it for you. I'm going to have some updates. I'm not going to have them all. I'm so very grateful to the people who have been led to my channel because of this interview. The shit is intriguing. I like sitting back and watching it. I love Real Talk Bougie and Grown Woman Vibes. They keep me on point with what is going on, and I enjoy participating in their chats to do so. But I'm not going to, while I'm enjoying their commentary about a video, if it doesn't really come back to my conversations with Sonia, I probably won't do that same commentary. But I will be over there kicking it with y'all while we watch. Okay, I love it. And there are people like myself that really were not watching as much until later in the game than many of you. So I represent that group of people. The person who has seen a lot, but hasn't seen everything. And we're just still trying to put the pieces together, but we are still fascinated by the story. So again, I really appreciate you all coming and hanging out with me when I talk my shit over here, but don't be mad at me because I ain't got all the updates, or why is she asking all these questions? Well, I'm asking them because I came to the party late. Okay. I came late. Let me turn some light on, y'all. I came late to the party, and there are a lot of people who also came late. And, we're trying to figure it out. That's why I ask you guys questions. All right. So let's get back to it. I know the sound seems like it's low, but I hope you guys can hear. All right. That's all.
That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Y'all think somebody sit on those phones and be like telling they 100%? No, nobody telling 100% of their business on those phone calls. So when people try to insert themselves and try to make judgment, you're only judging on this much of what we talk about. That's it. But it's a lot of stuff. He said he was married. He said it on Tasha K. He said it on Tasha K. Do I know his daughter?
He said what?
I've never met any of them. I spoke to 2 of them. But
Wait a minute. Say that one more time.
Judgment. You're only judging on this much of what we talk about. That's it. But it's a lot of stuff. He said he was married. He said it on Tasha K. He said it on Tasha K. Do I know his daughters? I've never met any of them. I spoke to 2 of them, but I've never met either one. The YouTube street says he ever divorced one of his other wives. The YouTube street says he never divorced one of the other wives. So, right, they're trying to say he was still married to 2 of them. And then the one actually filed a divorce in September. And then the other one, they're still searching for that one. So, has infamous Sylvia taken your place on the Sunday visits? I've been out of town for a month. So she went because he's very religious and he he wanted a church situation, and she was willing because she's very godly.
Girl,
wait.
To go in
and pray with him.
She said, what now? She said he wanted a church situation. We just discussed how they have chaplains and shit. I mean, they have access to people to support folks and their religious needs while they're in that space. Why? So let me go back. So she said he wanted a church situation, and she's very godly.
You kind of YouTube sees live, but okay,
so hold on. Did I say that? Did I say chaplains? Did I didn't mean to say that. Did I say it chaplains and shit? That's not what I meant. You know what I meant? I meant they have chaplains and things like that. People that support them. I didn't mean that like that. Y'all so silly.
Okay, so yeah, it was more than, the thing of it is this, with the lies and the YouTube streets and all of that stuff, they do lie. Not 100% lie, but they do lie. Some of the things they say be true, which I've said that, and a lot of things they say be lies.
So that's kind of like you. Some of the things that you say are true, but a lot of shit you say is a lie. Same with Ernesto. There may be something here or there that is the truth, but a lot of what he says is a effing lie, which is why we don't understand why you trust a liar to tell you the truth, a truth that could have him behind bars for the rest of his life. But you expect him to tell you outright that he's guilty, even if he is guilty. It makes no sense. He's very spiritual. She said he is very, very religious, child. And he needed a whole church situation up in the jail. Okay.
And you got 4 or 5 bloggers that actually went out because everybody was trying to find out who can come out with this, who can break this story. So you got 5 different bloggers, to my knowledge, 5 of them was out there looking for this marriage certificate, and they couldn't find it. And then they were also looking for the divorce from the first wife, and they couldn't find it. But they don't know the county that they were divorced in. And he kind of said it, but I don't think they paid attention.
What?
How many kids does he have? He has 6.
I couldn't understand what she's saying. Wait a minute. What now? Hold on.
Be nice, people. How you experience issues with justice, duty, or passion. Yeah. I had blockage because it was over a time. They say anytime you have internal
Did
injuries,
I go too far?
but they don't know the county that they were divorced in. And he kind of said it.
Hold on. I cannot hear what she is saying. Can you hear that? She said something about he said it on Tasha K. What, that he was not married? Did I miss that? Did he say he was not married when he was on Tasha K? I mean, the way he talks, it's very possible we didn't understand him, if that's what he said. All right, whatever. Let's try and listen to this because I can't hear it. Wait, can I turn the captions on? Ooh, okay, here we go.
But I don't think they paid attention. How many kids does he have? He has 6. 29 feet with strawberry. Be nice, people. How you experience issues with justice, duty, or passion.
It's been right before this.
I had blockage.
I'm trying to understand what she's saying about this marriage.
Okay, so yeah, it was more than, the thing of it is this, with the lies and the YouTube streaks and all of that stuff, they do lie. Not 100% lie, but they do lie. Some of the things they say be true, which I've said that, and a lot of things they say be lies. And you got 4 or 5 bloggers that actually went out because everybody was trying to find out who can come out with this, who can break this story. So you got 5 different bloggers, to my knowledge, 5 of them was out there looking for this marriage certificate, and they couldn't find it. And then they were also looking for the divorce from the first wife, and they couldn't find it. But they don't know the county that they were divorced in. And he kind of said it, but I don't think they paid attention. How many kids does he have? He has 6. 29 feet with strawberry. Be nice, people. How you experience issues with justice, duty, or passion. Yeah. I had blockage because it was over a time. They say anytime you have internal injuries, you develop, I guess it's like a keloid effect or whatever. But it was 30 years after the fact, and I developed a blockage. He is distraught. His wife left him. Morally, it doesn't matter if it's legal. They call each other husband and wife. That's true. That is true. They do call themselves that. And again, the whole story ain't out, so that's just what it is. Nesto don't know where he and Shirley filed the paperwork in. It would be, again, you have to file it within the county the ceremony took place. You seem very intelligent. I feel like you dumb yourself down for Nesto. I don't. His conversations is surface, but you're very smart. Please be yourself. Don't let him bring you down to his level. Nicole, he's a nice person. Trust me. Don't be so quick to believe every time
she kills me with he is a nice person. If you know him, you know he ain't a nice person. If you don't know him, you don't know if he's a nice person. So the fact that you're using this term so loosely, it just bothers me. There's no reason why you should be called this man a nice person because we're listening to him be an asshole. We're listening to it. Anyway, here we go.
Gets charged with a crime that they're guilty of it. You can't do that. You always have to wait till everything come out and then say, okay, this is what it is. This is what they said. This is what was proven. Right now, nothing's been proven. Hey, Lady T-Bug, nothing's been proven. Every time you go to court, there's no evidence of anything. So nothing's been proven. It's just been a one-sided story. He never gave him a chance to alibi himself or tell him his side of the story, which is crazy because you always see before police charge anybody, they always let's talk to him and get his side. They never did that with any of his charges. So that was a kind of a red flag. You don't know that he found a voice in the
Wait a minute. So you recognize that red flags exist, they just don't exist where he is concerned? You just talked about red flag based upon the way in which the charges came out and who's has the jurisdiction and all of that, and the fact that some people will accuse folks of things that they didn't do. You see the red flags and all of that. You see red flags with Roswell being involved and all this stuff happening out of Roswell or didn't, whatever. But you don't see the red flags in dealing with a dude like this when, girl, I can't.
I don't hate him, but I feel like he's very selfish. And I'm delusional. Okay, cool. I don't think he's selfish. You know, what would you need to hear for you to walk?
What would you need to hear?
Some information proving that they right and he wrong. Sonya is Nesto case civil. We got to hear his other side. Like I said, I feel like just reading the one-sided situation, that is civil.
Thank you, Shell.
These situations were kind of like business arrangements that went awry. And whenever you go into business with somebody and money's exchanged and the promises weren't kept, you sue them civilly for your funds back. He didn't, they gave him the funds. He didn't take the funds without their knowledge.
This is the problem. When the reason why they have this law about, you know, or this particular offense called theft by deception is simply because of what you're saying right now, Sonya. People get taken advantage of all the time, not knowing that they're getting taken advantage of or that they're being plotted on. This man specifically deceived these women so that he could gain what he wanted to gain out of situations. He practically stole somebody's car and gave it to somebody else. I mean, it's crazy the things that you're talking about and that you're justifying. But you don't see the red flags there? The hell?
So, you know, what is your favorite song? My favorite song. What is my go-to every time I want to hear it?
Not her favorite song.
Oh, yeah. God, let me think on that one. Two things can be true, Sonya. It can be civil and it can be yeah. Okay, so I spoke to a couple of attorneys about this, and they told me it has to be a motive. And it's one other thing that.
Wait a minute. So you're speaking our language. Yeah, there has to be a motive. He took so that he could gain. That was his motive. It wasn't that, you know, so and so gave him some money, and it's not just the fact that somebody out the blue gave him some money and asked him to do something with that money and he did something else. While that could be criminal situation, I call it criminal, but I understand how that alone might be a civil situation. But if you can see how this man is plotting and using multiple people to accomplish this one goal. I'm so grateful for Grown Woman Vibes the other night. Was that last night? Child, the days are running together. But she was kind of going back and explaining how he acquired money so that he could get what he wanted by taking the vehicles and the money of these women so that it went to his pocket. It went to his home. He giving one person car to the next child and giving somebody the ambulance to drive. I wish I would drive up to work in the ambulance. Like, girl, could you even maneuver that? Could you navigate it? Okay. Couldn't even drive an ambulance. Y'all, can you imagine? Somebody says, hey, you know, I got your car and we're going to get you this new car or whatever. But I need you to drive this ambulance until we get you what you need. A security car would be bad enough. But an ambulance, are you freaking kidding me? That's like somebody saying, here, take my fire truck to work. I don't need it today. You can drive my fire truck all week. Okay. Hell no. All right, let's go back.
That has to be proven to kind of flip it for it to be criminal.
Yeah, there is a motive.
And again, his side is not out. It's
You
a
ain't heard
one-sided
his side.
story. And that's why I can't
So you
understand why
said-
people are just riding with the one-sided story with no evidence. If they had evidence to say, okay,
How can you say that you are not just riding off of one side? Because this side is coming to you with actual witnesses, actual instances. He's already at least admitted to knowing these people, most of them or all of them. He knows all the people. He's had dealings with them. They have similar stories. How is it that you're not believing any of that and you're only taking his word, which his word is, I'm innocent, I'm being frank. That's all he has to say to you. And you say, okay, I believe you because you're a nice guy. Girl, a mess.
this is what she said and this is what she proved, because here go text messages, here go this, here go that, then you can say, okay, run with it. But if you can only say this is what's out so far, can't really make a decision with only half the information.
No, you can't. You're right.
We are working on his bond. Superdale, hi Sonia, are you going to bail him out? We are going to bail him out. Doc M said, kiss my, you know the rest. Hi everyone. Hey, America Dream. Okay, that's crazy. I just like that people have made your relationship with
Not criminalized.
you are different. Thank you. It went so fast. Anyway, Sonia, there's a pattern, the amount of cases he has. They all came from Roswell. Do you think you have a future with him? I will always have a future being his friend. He's not a good person to me. What makes him not a good person to you? Thank you, Henry. What makes him not a good person?
What makes him a
Because
good
you don't
one?
completely know him. You only see this much of his true self because, again, it's unless you know him personally.
You barely know.
If you only met him through this situation, you don't completely
His
know
wife
him.
don't know him.
Do you really believe all the charges are false and he's being set up? That's what one of the attorneys said. The attorney said that he's being set up because it didn't look right from the beginning. It was fishy from the very beginning. Let's clarify. He said he kicked out his daughter out of the house. That was in California in 2017. I want to say she was, from what he told me, she was being irate and kind of acting a little out of control. So he,
she has mental health issues.
Why do you think that's what's more important than your health, girl?
He's an asshole.
You are too far gone. No, again, y'all think this is I sleep and breathe the situation. Go ahead. I don't sleep and breathe the situation. I spent 30 days like traveling, like vacationing, like I don't sleep and breathe the situation. I do what I can, and that's all I can do is what I can. I can't, but whenever he needs something, I do it. But it's not a 24/7 situation.
Yes,
it's not even an every week situation.
Because let's be clear, the only thing that she wasn't able to fulfill for him that she can fulfill in Atlanta was go visit him for that weekly visit. So she missed 3 weekly visits? Okay. But I'm sure he's still bringing her phone off the hook. She's still texting back and forth, or whatever they do. None of that changed. You can best believe she's still out here harassing attorneys and whatnot. So what exactly is the difference between her being on vacation and not on vacation? Hell, ain't she on vacation when she at home? She doesn't have a job, right? So if she doesn't have a job, ain't she vacationing all the time? So what's the difference? The only thing is she can't go in there to see him for that 30-minute meeting. That's all I can tell. But here we go.
Because again, he speaks bad about women and children. When did he speak bad about women? Girl, by lying. Okay, girl, that girl. He doesn't generally speak bad about women and children.
Oh,
but if they're in his life personally and he's got something to support why he's being negative, then that's just what that is. His guilt or innocence doesn't matter. He admitted that you want to be Shirley, but you could never be her. What do you say about that?
Wait a minute, hold on. This is good, Shelly C. So Shelly C said, why can't we feel how we feel on what we don't, but she can feel the way she on what she doesn't know? Right. So we have thoughts about what we don't know about the situation. We got opinions about it. We also have opinions about the shit we do know, right? But she is angry. We're not supposed to have any opinion, but she can say without a doubt he's a nice guy and he is innocent. And she is not going to take a one-sided situation. What sounds like she's taking it. It's crazy. I don't understand.
I never heard that. So what is that from? Is that from a phone call? Let me know. I don't know. And I don't want to be nobody but myself. I don't compete or compare myself with no other female on this earth. At 60, do you believe Nesto can bounce back if he ever gets out? Yes, because he has a natural talent, so he can bounce back. He might not need to be at a millionaire's level, but he can bounce back and be okay. You get along with Dre? I don't know Dre. I only talk to Dre when he asks me to talk to Dre. Outside of that, I don't talk to his people unless he asks me to. That's it. I don't insert myself in that camp. When he asks me to call somebody, I'll call somebody. If he asks me to ask somebody to relay a message, I relay a message. Outside of that, I'm not kicking and hanging and none of that with none of those people. I didn't before this happened. I'm not trying to do it afterwards. Those are his people, and I separate myself. When Nesto talked to Dion, he said you can't afford him. That's cool. What is his natural talent? He's really good. He's a good barber. You got to research him when he did on his YouTube when he did barbershops.
See, this is what I want to understand too. So she said he's a good barber. How'd she know that? And if he has no license, you mean he's been cutting hair he's not even supposed to? When would she have seen him cutting hair to know that he's really good at it? Just curious. Just asking. When was she spending time at the barbershop? When was she over there? When did she see him cut hair? How does she know he's really good and that he has a natural ability for it? I'm just curious if she just met him and she's only seen him 5 times. And part of that was during the pandemic. Tell me, explain it to me. Right, he doesn't even have a license. So what? He was cutting hair in the shop he owns without a license? Ciao. Here we go.
He had a really successful business when he did barbershop.
If the business was so successful, why didn't it stay open? I mean, look, it sounded like they had a whole little vibe going at the barbershop. Let's say it was legit, clean, fun. You go to the barbershop, you can get a drink, a stripper might come through, and then you probably walk away having made some good money off that client, right? Okay, if that's what it is, fine. But why didn't it stay open? If he was so successful at it, why didn't it stay open? It wasn't that successful, now was it? And I still want to understand this RV situation, but nevertheless, here we go.
And he's really good. He's been doing that since he was a kid or a late teenager. What does this marriage typically have to do with how you're helping him with his? That's just another conversation people are talking about. That's all. So I can't hear. Okay, so that was his phone call with Dre. Okay, I saw that, but I don't listen to his phone calls with other people. I don't do.
She does.
It did close years ago, but it was successful when it was open. The barbershop didn't make no money. I think it did. I didn't look like he was struggling when it was open. He never had his barber license. I don't know.
Wait a minute. So KK, the barbershop. So we're not talking about the barbershop, the Nesto's barbershop. She's not talking about that. She's talking about in the previous marriage that Carol had shops. That's what you're saying? I wonder if he was cutting hair back then. Was he legit cutting stuff then? Let's see. Carol Lamar was the first person that was connected to that barbershop. That is successful. Got it. But I'm trying to understand why he couldn't keep Nesto's open then. With all that going on, he even got some really good publicity. I can't talk today. Publicity by being on Married to Medicine and getting that exposure. It's kind of interesting that he wouldn't have been able to manage keeping that open and keeping it clean. You know what I mean? Anyway, okay, here we go.
I didn't know him back then. Where's all this money he's making? I don't know. I got that. That's a question for whoever lives with him. That's all. Hey, Shelby, why didn't you pay his bond? So we're working on this bond now, but it's something I'm trying to do in the meantime, because if you pay the bond one way, you don't get that money back. And if you pay it another way, then there's no money lost. So it's just, it's, and then we got another hearing coming up. So what do you think? Nesto's character better than his 2 daughters and Shirley's daughter.
I don't claim to know
that side of him. I don't know the daddy side of him because he didn't raise any of my kids, and he's not a father to any of my children. So I don't know the father side of him. That's what his daughters would know, because that's what most parents show their kids. Because I don't think he ever lived with his daughters, other than the wife's daughter. So they would know that side of him, because there's a lot of sides of my parents I don't know. I can't vouch for, because they don't show all sides around me. When's his next hearing? His next hearing is coming up this month. He's got a hearing coming up this month. I love Nesto's spirit. He revealed on was visiting a certain.
Please hit the like button, everybody. Please.
Plus, he's planning to open up a school. What was the charge? He's got a bunch of charges, but one of the biggest charges was dismissed. Sonia, did you get that $250 for the lawyer? Yes, Loretta, that came from me. That did come from me. He asked 2 other people on the camp to do it, and I ended up paying it. What was the charge that was dropped? The CP charge was dropped. The one, okay, so do you think he respects you after you talk bad about his wife, his son, his daughter, and his friend? Okay, so I never talked bad about his wife. Y'all can get that straight. Period. I have no great issues with her. I had an issue with lack of support with everybody. That was my only problem with everybody, because I felt like
if I'm paying $40,000 for hi Alabama girl, if I'm paying $40,000 for an attorney, I think I'm supporting your black ass. I think I am. I'm gonna call that support. If I'm taking your phone calls daily or whenever you call, I call that shit support. If I even put up with your ass, act kind, don't want to tell you what I got going on because I'm worried about you in there, I feel like that's support. Who the hell is she to say that Shirley wasn't supporting her husband? And if it is true that he told her not to come down there to visit him, that's the only thing she's not doing. She's putting money on his books, putting money on his attorney, and putting money on his phones. But all of a sudden, she's got a lack of support. What has this girl done? Talk to him on the phone every day. Talk nasty and flirt with him when she does. And go down there and see him once a week. Explain to me how she is doing more than his wife. Give me a break.
Like, I'm the last person, the person knows him the least is me. I feel like I should be the one that would normally support him the least.
No, that's just
but I'm supporting him the most. And that's my issue. I feel like his camp should support him more than me, especially.
What if the family knows him better than you do? What if the family is tired of shit as well? What if his friends have known him longer and know him better and also know what is potentially true and what is not? And you are worried about their lack of support? That should be a red flag. Could y'all please put some red flags in the chat? Because this lady doesn't know red flag when she sees one. And I just named several. So if you wouldn't mind, just put a little red flag in the chat. All right. And please hit the like while you're at it. We have 695 people in the chat. Please hit the like. Please. Thank you.
If you feel like he's innocent, then you should support him more than me. That's my only gripe with anybody is support. Lack of support.
Girl.
That's it. Other than that, I could care less. Those relationships aren't my business. You know what I'm saying? If he says he needs help with something and I make a call and it doesn't come through and it's doable, that's the issue. That's how.
Thank you for the red flags, baby. She need help.
If they felt he was guilty, then I would, then go ahead. You ain't got to support a guilty person. I wouldn't think you need to. But if you're thinking he's innocent, and that's the conversation I got, then I'm trying to figure out why is there such lack of support. And that was my only issue with everybody. Now, the situation with the son, y'all don't know, something transpired. It went way left.
Well, I tell you.
And he knows what happened. He knows exactly what happened. I explained to him what happened. I am not at fault for what happened. And that's that. Nobody paying. Okay. Okay, so it's going by fast. Why would you
So if y'all recall the other day, I said that she told me when I questioned her about how she was talking to that young man on the phone, or talking about him. That's what it was. She was talking to Nesto about, well, when you got one that's got that tendency, you got to look at the other ones around. They may have that gene too, or some shit she was saying. She was really, trying to weaponize the LGBTQIA community and speaking on somebody she doesn't know and talking to the father of said individual that she's talking about. I know you ain't got a red flag and an ambulance in here. Is that ambulance needed, right? Right. Lord. So anyway, what she told me was the reason why she talked about oh boy the way she did. And she didn't tell me it was about money. So I was beginning to think it was that call we heard, which was not, that boy didn't do nothing to her for her to go off like that. But I'm almost certain she was talking about the lack of support, and the money is what she said was the reason why they got into it, that he disrespected her. And so he cussed her out. So that's why she said the things she said. So now she's saying here that he knows what he did. And, it's the same thing. I'm sure it is.
On him and speak on I don't know what that means. Maybe because they know him the most, they know what's up. Tasha, they said he didn't do it. To me, they said he didn't do it. Oh, I know he didn't do it. My father didn't do that shit. No, he didn't do that. So what is that saying? If they said it out their mouth, he didn't do it. I know he didn't do it. That's saying he didn't do it. I will do something to you. Harold. Thank you, boo. You are that's his son. I don't get that. Ain't nobody paying no attention. Son, yeah, you dragged Shirley, and it was. It's just over support. When did I drag her? Because other than support, that's the only issue I have with anybody on his count. Anything else is not my business. It's not my business to feel any type of way unless it's lack of support. That's it. Because I feel like they should support him 1,000 times more than me. That's it. That's it. And I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. If all of the people been in his life 30 plus years, that's where the main support should come from. His people, not me. 2 of his daughters and Shirley's daughters said he did it. Did what? What did they say he did? Can you ask a question? Okay, who are you to have an issue with people who know him better than you? I can have an issue because I'm picking up the slack from what's not being taken care of from the camp. So whatever the camp's not doing, I have to do it, or either leave him for dead. Those are the options. It's either they do it, I do it, or leave him for dead. That's it. Go ahead, Harold. What's your question? How do they keep people for 30 plus years? I mean, they kiki and they get along, and you hear the phone calls. They not mad at them. They accept his calls and talk to them. So, I mean, you ain't beat out with nobody. So what else is there? If that was the case, they wouldn't talk to him at all. If there's a problem, he's in jail. I don't like you. I'm not going to talk to you at all. You signed up for it, so stop complaining. I am not complaining. I'm in for it. I mean, I have no problem. I got his back. You must be Dre. How people know his character, who he is what I sorry. What's going on, Henry? I don't know everything, but okay, so here's the thing. Have all y'all been on board since March 2023 when all of this started, or did you just jump in a month ago, 2 months, 3 months ago? Because you can't make an opinion on something when you only know a quarter or a half or this much information. If you have not, which I know all of y'all haven't, watched every phone call video, which only half of the phone calls are out. All of the phone calls aren't even out. It's over 500 phone calls. There's not even, I don't even think there's 100 calls out. There's over 500 phone calls. All of those aren't out. So you don't even know that. You didn't go to the court hearings. You didn't read none of the court documents. And if you don't know the people, and even if you know the people personally, they don't even know everything. So you can't even make an informed opinion on something when you know this much information. And it can't be the hearsay from the bloggers. It's got to be, and even the phone calls aren't even transparent because again, they're monitored. We know they're monitored. No one's talking 100% on them phone calls, period. Nobody's talking 100% other than how do you feel today? Stuff like that. And even that, he's not saying his whole, because he doesn't want them in his, in his business like that. That's just what it is. So if you don't know the whole story that's been going on almost a year, it'll be a year next month. It's been longer than a year, but it's been out since March. but it goes all the way back to July 2022. If you don't know everything, you can't say, oh, yes, this is that, is this. You cannot do that. That just doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, let me break something down for you real
exactly
quick.
What you're doing. You haven't known.
Let me say this. Prior to YouTube even being in existence, people were not on every jail call. People, and when I say people, I mean spectators like ourselves, all right? We never were on the jail calls with these people. We were never listening. A lot of the information we got after a person was arrested, and all of the accusations and information regarding what takes place in their hearings, and then hearing witness statements. That's how we have always come to conclusions. So if some people did just find out about this shit last month, doesn't mean that they haven't gone back and looked at some of the bloggers who were doing a lot of the recording of things as they were transpiring in real time. You can still get up to speed. Stop with this bullshit, because she always has an excuse as to why we can't have an opinion that differs from hers, or at least makes her feel justified in why she feels like he's a nice guy and he's innocent. If he says he's innocent, I'm going to believe him until something is presented that proves that he's not innocent. It doesn't matter. I can tell Sonya's the type of person that no matter what you place in front of her, she will say there is a reason why this is here. Oh, well, that's probably photoshopped, or that this person is lying, and this person, you know what I'm saying? She always has an excuse. So let's stop with the bullshit. Just because somebody's just learning about it, even if it was last week, they can find out enough and get a conclusion. They don't have to go through everything like you're going through and still miss all the red flags. For some of us, red flags pop up immediately. For some of us, we don't even have to spend any real time with an individual to get their energy and to understand that is not somebody you want to deal with. But see, because she does not have God in her life, and I'm not attacking her for this, I pray that somebody can get in your ear and introduce you to God, not religion, but to God, so that you can have a relationship with him. Because I don't even understand how we are expecting this woman who doesn't, I would think this is hard for me. I think if you don't know God, or you don't believe he exists, I think it's hard to manage yourself. Like if I didn't, I'm gonna be honest, this is just me. If I didn't believe that there are consequences after death, I might function a lot differently. I might cut y'all out every time you get on my damn nerves. You know what I'm saying? There are consequences because I know God is real. That's a consequence I recognize. But Sonya, if you don't know God, then is it possible that you could do people wrong and not really feel any way about it? Because what are the consequences? Maybe they feel like, I just got to get mine when I can get mine. However, even if that means cutting somebody's throat to get it, I think that's foul. And even if that's a man, it looks like, come tooth and nail, she's going to make sure that she is there for Ernesto. Anyways, weird.
Man, for a long time, and he's gone off his word. These bloggers aren't twisting anything. Yes, they are. And they report on the documents shown. Some of them. Chronicle Speaks, I would say, is the only one who attempts and tries her hardest to be 100% correct in any and everything she puts on her platform. Everybody else, no. I've seen it. I've heard it. I've seen where they sit there and they say certain things. And I give an example. Like I said, I'm talking on the phone to him about one of my friends that's in the radio business. And she puts in the heading, Sonya and Shirley, told Shirley not to call. And this guy, I'm like, when did me and her don't even talk? So why would she and I be on the phone? Like, she made it look like me and him was talking about his wife. We were not. We were talking about somebody. Thank you, baby. We were talking about somebody I grew up with who's been in radio for over 30 years. 30 years she's been in radio. I don't know his, wife. I don't know her at all, period. Other than a picture, like most of y'all, a picture. That's it. I don't know her. So why would I be on the phone talking? But they made a whole video and was saying, oh, she's talking about her. And you see this, that, all that was a lie. It was a lie. Just an innate, like, girl. But we don't say names anymore. So he knows when I talk about a certain person, because I've been talking about, I only have this many people in my life. He knows who I'm talking about. I don't have to say names anymore because me and him have been on the phone for over 3 years. So that's what that's.
Ciao, bye. All right, let me say thank you real quick. Hi, CCB. Thank you. What is her family saying? This is alarm. So someone in the chat, and I can't remember who it was now. I apologize, but early on said that they got blocked or timed out or something or she was ignoring them, and that Sonia's family was in the chat. Because I said, well, who is her family? Because they said her family was doing this or that to me, whatever. I said, oh, was the family on the panel? And they said, no, the family's in the chat. So I don't know, but look, the family, the mother and the father's passed away. The mother's doing her thing. She doesn't have a good relationship with her mom. I don't know. It's weird because I didn't know until the other day when I was listening to her talk to Nesto that she didn't have a relationship with her dad before he passed. And that's why she hadn't cried since he died, because she said she didn't want to be fake. She was like, she didn't cry at the funeral. Her siblings did, but she didn't, because she didn't want to be fake because she hadn't talked to him in over a year or 2 years, something like that. But the reason why I just caught myself, why that even came to mind right now, is because I think I asked her about her relationship with her parents, and she said she was never close to her mother. She was close with her dad. So to learn the other day that she wasn't even talking to him for a year or more, somewhere to 1 or 2 years prior to his death, I don't know. These people just function with no. I say all that to say, it sounds like the family, all the kids, think about all the trauma they've been through. They got pow-powed at too when she got pow-powed. So that the whole family has had to deal with trauma. So who knows? I mean, I'm not saying like she put them in a bad situation. We don't even know what kind of people the other siblings was hanging with. They were living a crazy life for her to say that she came from money. I don't understand. If you came from money, why were you doing all the things and hanging with all the people and doing all this mess? Lord have mercy, Jesus. All right, here we go.
It is. But you know he's married. I don't know nothing.
You don't know that?
I don't know nothing that I can speak on.
She said I can speak on.
We've seen you. We've heard you.
Lying.
Okay, Kevin Durant's hairbrush. Ooh, he do need well, he more than that. He's married to. Okay, MT. It's whatever you feel like it is. You know what I'm saying? You have a problem with a few bloggers and are talking bad about them. They started it. They started it. And that's cool. If that's how you feel. It amazes me, but that's cool. That is cool. I do not care.
Now, please hit the like button, please.
Wait to the end. Wait till all this plays out. Wait till all the evidence comes out. All the evidence that proves something completely different, and then y'all can just liar, pencils. Girl, this is not high school. We are not doing that, Gail. We're not doing that.
We weren't doing that in high school, though, boo.
What? Every time you come see him, you're flirting with him. You know the code. Oh, I do flirt with him all the time. Girl, what happened? I don't know. You mean I don't know, nature boy. What is that? Your energy is great. I love it. Hey, no life.
They're asking her about nature boy.
Your condos are very high schoolish. What? I don't get that. Is he going to trial? Yes. Not doing a plea. If this is civil, how would they?
So you hear that? He is definitely not going to take a plea. He's not going to take a plea. He's going to go to trial because I guess he feels like he ain't got nothing to lose if he goes to trial. Maybe he can get off on something or whatever. This is wild, child. And I feel like she almost is sabotaging him because she encourages him to do this foolishness.
They pay him back if he's broken, found guilty. You have restitution. That's how you pay people back, the restitution. This is, would you allow Infamous Celia to take up the slack? She's doing everything. She's helping him with the religious aspect of this because, again, he relies on that heavily. I'm not that person. She is that person. And in the beginning, November. How long ago was that? We're in the 3rd month. 5 months ago, she was on the bully team with the rest of the bloggers, and it's so weird how that went from her going from team we hate her or we don't like her or whatever the case. Because after I did the Tasha K interview, they went and did this 4-panel discussion and was trying to go in on me, talking mad-ish about me, to where it is now. And what it was is she's the only one that's really in the courthouses, and she kind of was listening to let the evidence show what it is. Don't run with it just because somebody said something. Let the evidence support what it is. You have to do that with everybody. And she kind of took to that, and then she kind of was like, okay, and she started going to court, and she started pulling the documents and kind of doing some investigating on the legal side, and was trying to figure out like this is not sounding like
she had already
been
pulling documents, girl.
And
She's already looking.
And I told her, just be open to whatever happens, whatever it could be. Just be, when evidence shows whatever, then that's just how you have to be. You can't just say it's this. You got to just wait for the evidence. And she, along with a lot of people, was okay and was like, all right, I'm gonna just do that. Just wait for the evidence. That's all we can do is wait for the evidence. They're talking about you because you did. They were talking about me since September. The girl brought my whole name out in November, after Thanksgiving. 2 weeks later, I came out and started talking. 2 weeks later, after my name came out, my whole name. My first name came out around August. Around August, the first name came out. Phone calls came out in July. I think that's the timeline. It was either that or it was before. It was before September. It was August. July, the phone calls came out. August, my first name came out because they thought it was Erica. That was the girlfriend. And then my first name came out. And then when the girl brought my whole name out, go ahead, boo-boo. Okay, cut it then. Cut it. And then after that, I responded. So if you're just jumping in on this, you've only been watching 2 months, 3 months, I just got here type of, you do not know the full story. In March, the story broke on YouTube. They thought it was Nesto and Erica. They started going in on the wife. They kept calling her names, talking about her, really going in on her. She stopped talking to him in June. The phone calls were released in July.
Okay.
They was like, it's somebody, but they didn't know who. My name came out in August. In November, my last name and pictures came out. That's when my pictures came out. Now, somebody said somebody got it 4 weeks before that. It wasn't. I didn't find out about that. I just knew the one blogger pulled it out at the end of November after Thanksgiving on a Sunday. Saturday, Sunday, she released a video with all my family calling me a hoe, calling me a stripper, saying all kind of foul shit. Don't know me, never met her, but she's going in like me and her got the beef. That was very unprofessional, messy. That's how they move. It's whatever. A week or two later is when I came out. Find someone that's
this is what's so funny too. Oh, girl keeps saying, they're just messy. See, I don't like that. We being she's messy. She's messing in a man's marriage or pretend marriage. Either way, you messy as hell. You don't get no messier than that. Over here defending this dude who is accused of the most heinous shit you can think of, besides, unaliving somebody. The fact that she was saying this bull crap is crazy to me.
Okay, but you put your pictures out there for clout. Girl, I didn't put my pictures out there. I shut my page down in July when the phone calls got released. All my social media shut down, and they're not even in my real name. So I don't need to for clout because this story is about me. So how am I chasing clout if all of this is about me and him? Ooh, what's the story?
Oh, wait a minute. It's all about you and him? Ooh, you being very telling right now, sis. Shelly C said, I think she is trying to use reverse psychology, saying he won't take a plea so they won't offer him one, or so that they will. He doesn't want all the information to be made, but of course he doesn't. He doesn't want his, what? She keeps asking about that damn phone that they have in custody. You know damn well he don't want her to have that phone. That phone has the IG in there. You can just imagine a nasty individual like himself. Can you imagine what his DMs look like and how many DMs he's probably been in and who else he's been involved with that was smart enough to shut the F up when they saw that he was all in the news, and they decided, I don't want nobody to know I ever dealt with this dude. She is the only one that's out here. Trust me, she was not the only one he was messing with. And I'm not even talking about the ones we know to be alleged victims. I mean, and other ones. I believe there are other ones, honey. So anyway, actually, I need y'all to hit the like button so we can continue, doggone it. I need it. That's the least you could do. It's free of charge. In the meantime and in between time, I'm going to run a quick commercial. We'll be right back. All right, so let's get back into it, y'all. If you would like to donate to the channel, please know that you can do so via Cash App, PayPal, or Super Chat. Thank you very much. Hi, Dimples Wimples. I just have to go through. Hi, Lonnie. Hi, Butterfly23. Hi, Miss HLS. Hi, the Only Whip. Hello, hello. I say hi to Succeeding too already. Hi, One Jennifer. Hey, Jay Vickers. All right, y'all.
Yeah. So how am I chasing clout? If I was chasing clout, I'd have been out in July. Matter of fact, I'd have been out in March when they said girlfriend. I would have threw myself out there like, oh no, I'm just a friend. This, that, and the other. Came out after my name, full name, and pictures came out. And she didn't get the pictures from any of my pages. She got it from a sibling. True or false, in July 2023, were you on a blogger's? No. Only person's channel that I go on is phone call from prison, because it's just me and his phone calls, me and his visits. He have a wife. Girl, keep running with it. I don't care. Run with the narrative. All that doesn't matter. Are you the girlfriend? No, I'm not the girlfriend. Sonya's forgotten memory.
So here's the thing. So she said that she is not his girlfriend. She says she's single. I think she said that early on in the live. She says she's single. She's not with him. Do you all think that that's an act? Do you think that she's just saying that? Or do you really think that they're still kicking it and they think that, or no, do you think that they're not together? And that's why she left for a month. I don't know. She says that they haven't been together since July or June of last summer. That's what she told me. She said in June of last year, we were done. But we saw videos after that and her calls that were clearly after the June mark. And she was still flirting and saying how much she misses him and how much she loves him and all that. So just interesting. I think they're together too, and they're just talking shit. Okay, here we go.
Go ahead, girl. Sonya's for dental implants. Girl, you in love with that man. No one called you a hoe. Girl, you must have just got on. She called me a hoe. And she knows who she is. I don't say names. In November, when I did the Tasha K interview, Tasha K called me a hoe. And her. Because they did like a little, situation before the video got released with me and Tasha K. She called me a hoe then. Both of them. And she called me a hoe and a stripper. I know what I heard. It's on video. What are you talking about? And then the other blogger that's out of Atlanta, supposed to be a minister, she got sassy out the mouth and was calling me out my name. So I know what I heard. I didn't hear it from somebody. I heard that these ladies actually call me out my name. Period. Say my name, whatever.
So you watched Sonya? Love you very, very much. So you watched then, Sonya? That's what you're saying? Hey, Kimberly Black.
Yes. Ray working on his response fund. Blue Heart Gang. I don't know what that means. You lied on video too. Nesto's niece. Here's the thing. Unless I'm in court, doesn't matter what I say. Doesn't matter what I say. I'm not lying on anything that has to do with as far as this case. What I know is what I know. Some things I don't say. Y'all do not know everything. It's a lot of things that aren't out there and will not be out there till after his case is done. And it's not bad, it's just informative. You don't know everything. That's just what it is.
Neither do you.
Y'all might know, and that's only if you've been involved since July of 22. You might know half of everything. No one knows more than half. That's just what it is. It's a lot of stuff nobody knows. And that's even listening to all the phone calls. Nessa will go with her if you get back. Super fly, goofy. I don't know what was said. You know,
Hey, red lipstick hustle.
I don't know how anything's gonna play out. I just know from what I know. I just know some things. That's just what it is. You shouldn't do jet black. I mean, I like jet black. You know why I did jet black? Because it's easier to match this. 1Bs used to always not be available. So, you know. Chelsea, do you have the 405,000? Not goofy.
I know.
But you on here. That's crazy too. So I go on to the phone calls from prison. And how long we been on? 42 minutes. We got 15 minutes and I'm out.
Yeah.
Phone calls from prison. I read those comments that I do. And I laugh at a lot of them. Because a lot of the girls, because it's mostly females, on there, you know, claim, oh, I can't stand her. I hate them both. You know, they both disgust me. But you're on the page. I'm confused.
And you're watching it. Watch you.
Why are you there? I don't go on any of those bloggers'
Hey,
pages
Snack and Bill.
for everything that they've said about me. So I don't go on their page. Even if people send me the stuff or say, oh, she's saying this about you, I don't care. I don't go on their page. I don't want to hear them talk about whatever. Even if it's truthful, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know. I don't go on the page. I don't have any respect for those ladies because of how they came at me in the beginning with all the mouths and all the name calling and not knowing all the information. Because a lot of those bloggers just jumped on in September because that's when she went on the radio and they made a big thing about it. And then a lot of these bloggers jumped on in September. Now this is September 2023.
Okay.
This case is from July of 2022.
So what?
So you just came on and you don't know everything.
And you don't
like you do. I gave it as entertainment, but if I don't like the person, I'm not going on there. It's not entertaining to me. It's a lot of people I don't like in show business for whatever reason. I don't read stories about them. I don't go listen to their music or whatever. I don't go to their movies. I don't like them. I don't like them. So that's crazy to me. We've been following this since September. Yeah, some people have, but not the bulk of y'all know. Because I listen and I'm like, no, there's no way you thinking like that. You must have just jumped on. That's you though. I don't get that.
What?
Is Tammy mad? So you're saying you didn't comment on Real Talk Bougie channel before your name was released? No, I don't remember that. If I did, it would have been in the very beginning of Real Talk Bougie because I did comment on 3 people's channel, but this was way back in March, April. That's how far back that was. And then I was like, ooh, because my name was on it. That was when my real name was on it. And I was like, ooh, maybe, you know. So I don't know. I don't think so. Not okay. I could say since September, definitely no. Definitely no. Definitely no. No. Do I get high? Nestle needs. Do you get high, girl? Yeah,
what?
But even when Nestle says bring more
what
pictures,
happened?
Okay.
Wait a minute. Let me go back a minute. Like not even a minute. What just happened?
If Real Talk Bougie, because I did comment on 3 people's channel, but this was way back in March, April. That's how far back that was. And then I was like, ooh, because my name was on it. That was when my real name was on it. And I was like, ooh, maybe, you know. So I don't know. I don't think so. Not okay. I could say since September, definitely no. Definitely no. Definitely no. No. Do I get high? Nestle needs. Do you get high, girl? Yeah, but even when Nestle says bring more pictures, you said okay.
Yeah, good point. Wait, hold on. Good point. Somebody put in the chat. I guess they said, well, Nesto said for you to bring more pictures. If y'all ain't together and you single, why would he want your pictures like that? He did just say that recently. And that was definitely after, I'm pretty sure that was after the June date again that she keeps talking about. A mess. Okay, listen. What happened?
No, Tammy is mad. Why is Tammy mad? Right, and that's how we knew you were. I don't understand what that is. You rich. Get your boo out. Oh, she's funny. She said, get your boo out. I'm rich. Get my boo out. Again, we got a court hearing we're about to go to. And then after that court hearing, then, you know, he'll be out. Definitely. So
wait a minute. So she's saying he has a court hearing. I thought if he had the money right now, he could get out. But she's saying that he's got a court hearing coming up, and once he goes to that court hearing, then he's gonna get out. She got it covered. Is she talking about money wise, or she just thinks they're gonna let him out? They may never let him out, because what they thought is probably, I mean, y'all heard the calls not too long ago. I feel like the way he talks about people and has these other folks practically interfering with the witnesses. Why would somebody, once those calls are brought to light, not to say that they haven't already discovered them, but wouldn't that call alone make you feel like the person may not be safe if they come out? He has a warrant in Henry County. Jesus. Henry. So he's got warrants in he's got charges in Fulton and warrants in Henry and multiple warrants in California. Is that correct? So, okay, let's go.
do I talk to Sylvia? Not a lot.
Not a lot. That's a yes.
But I do, whenever he wants her to come out and see him or pray with him, that's the go-to. And I do reach out to her and have her go visit with him so she can pray with him. She's gonna have 50K views later. You know that Nesto called you a hoe? No, I don't remember. I didn't see that. Yeah, she's a rich liar. Girl, it's whatever. What's it to you? What's it to you? What's it to you? When does the next? Okay, he's got to be indicted. He's not indicted yet. So without the indictment, nothing's out. So you're not getting, out. You got 17 business and you're wait. What? I don't have 17 businesses. Where do you get all of this? Where do you get your information from? I'm retired. I have 0 business, but I have investments, and that's what pays my bills. I do not work. Last time I had a job was maybe 6 months ago. I worked part-time for a law firm. And that's
why.
It. Other than that, I've been on vacation for 30 days. I've been.
Why did she work for that law firm part-time if she didn't need money?
Monday. That's it. I don't have 15 businesses.
She could have worked alone.
Must be 17 properties. No, I had 17 properties when I lived in Cleveland. I did. You can check that under Cuyahoga County. I had 17 properties. So yeah, I did. Before the market crash, I owned 17 houses. Market crash, let everything go, moved to Miami. Started working in the strip club business as a manager. Door girl first for like 2 months. Then I moved office manager, then assistant, and then general manager. Get your SSI and food stamps. Nesto's niece. I do get SSI a little bit from my injuries from that, but that's no money. Anybody that gets SSI knows that's no money. So, it's whatever, girl. Food stamps, no, I don't get food stamps. So you have 17 properties, and then you and Dangerous, they're on vacation with a Nike shoe on your back because you're an idiot. Okay, it's whatever. Where's the rabbit? The rabbit's in Georgia. You look amazing, girl. Thanks, Life of Sin. Thank you very much. What? The market crash had to do with getting rid of. Who said the properties were paid for? Huh? Do y'all listen? Or y'all think y'all hearing some stuff when y'all hear these conversations? And I don't say everything's in depth because a lot of the stuff he already knows. I don't really have to reiterate or speak on things in detail. Since y'all want to be the third ear in the conversation, I had 17 properties, but they all had mortgages. But the market crashed. I walked away.
What does that mean? You walked away? You filed bankruptcy and let all 16 properties go? You couldn't sell one? All these people there's a shortage of houses right now. People are looking for houses that they can even rehab, even if that means they're going to tear the whole house down just because there are no houses. But she lost 16 and needed money, and she couldn't sell one of them or half of them. I mean, I don't even understand that. So, or is she wanting us to believe that they're part of the bankruptcy? So I didn't watch the live that Grown Woman Vibes did on the bankruptcy, but she gonna make me go watch it because I don't recall her saying that she saw 16 properties in that bankruptcy. I thought she said just the opposite. What the hell? Anywho, all right, let's go. Oh, come on, Sonya. July itself.
To Miami. Started living in Miami. Miami was great. Stayed there 15 years. Moved to LA. Moved to Atlanta. So his wife is okay. Tammy Wade. Where you been traveling? I went to the Super Bowl. Been to Detroit twice. Went to go see Farrakhan. And I was in Detroit day before yesterday. Now I'm in Cleveland. Because I'm from Cleveland. What's the luck here? What she has? I know, right? Credit score. I don't know. Okay, so everything's going by fast. And I don't have a moderator or whatever. Because again, like I said, I don't plan on doing this like this. I just come in. None of that is on your bankruptcy, Sonia. Oh, girl. All of that don't have to be on my bankruptcy. It was 15 years ago. That's off my credit. Only thing to be on my bankruptcy is what's on my credit. I fell in love with your voice long before I saw your face. Hey, Leon, that's cute. Because I hate my voice. So you walk away from 70 properties, what happened to the properties? The bank took them. That's what happens. The bank took them. So they're gone. Girl, the call just dropped and you said you have a life. You all about him. I am all about him right now because one, I don't have a job and I'm dealing with his case. So right now, whenever he needs something, that's what I'm doing. Other than that, I'm doing me.
Well, why would you get a job if you don't need a job?
I
don't understand.
Other people's lives.
I need my job. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The day I don't need my job.
Nesto raised bond money. Give Nesto. You love team. I'm not on Temu, so it's just that's cute.
Not.
Yeah,
what is the female name for
Legion? 8 more
Legion?
minutes. That will be on your record. Okay, what are all the negative comments for stuff? You know what? I'm confused by people that don't like me on here. Like you just that bored. It's Saturday night. Go out. Go see a movie. Have a date night. Chill. You should be on here.
Wait a minute. But don't she listen to phone calls from prison? She used to listen to everybody, but now she only listens to phone calls from prison. But wasn't she just talking about how phone calls from prison be naming the videos, names, and we only said this for 15, like 1 sentence or 2 minutes, and the whole video wasn't about that? She was just complaining about that. So she doesn't like phone calls from prison, but she watches that. But we can't watch her. So.
Okay, so would you ever do life during lockup? Seeing you crazy. And I just laughed at that commercial. No, I don't need to do life during lockup. Do you wear Depends? No, I don't have to wear Depends at all. Thank you. I can control myself. Ma'am, you don't know everything. I know what I need to know. Let's say that. Where is he going to stay? He is going to stay. He's going to stay in Atlanta.
With you?
Okay, so you won't hear.
Why is she scared?
Why are you so caught up on your looks after your big age? Black on crack. Okay. How am I caught up on my looks? Are y'all talking about every time we have a visit and y'all all in our business and y'all worried about what we talking about and while we sit there and compliment each other? It's not much you can talk about on a recorded line when the police is on it. So what do you want us to talk about?
Girl,
we don't need you to have actual business, and we don't need the court. We've never had an illegal conversation, so that's not a concern. It's just you still don't want people all up in your business. So what do we talk about? Superficial shit. That's all you can talk about. What do you got on? Let me see your nails.
You be talking about that.
What you do today? That's all you can talk about.
I'll talk about that case all the time.
Y'all want to talk about some death stuff? How are you feeling? And that's not going to happen at a jail visit or a jail phone call. That's not going to happen. So stop thinking that that's a private conversation on 2 private lines that the police unknowingly is listening in on. We know people are listening in on conversations from day one since September of 22. They've been listening to all phone calls, all visits.
Did she say that the police are on there unknowingly listening? No, they're knowingly listening. And you need to knowingly listen as well, because everybody knows that those calls are recorded. The thing is, you didn't expect them to share what you're saying with the public. That caught y'all off guard. And by the time you found out, there was content for days. And then once you found out about that, you thought you were circumventing it by getting different PIN numbers or by going on your face-to-face visits, thinking that you couldn't talk about the things that you wanted to talk about on the phone, but you could certainly talk about them there. When you found out you couldn't, because when those came out, those probably made your mouth drop. Girl, and like you said, you done forgot about stuff you said. That's why they had to remind you about you telling Nesto that Sylvia had given you the picture of the victim. You forgot. Now you told me your your memory is bad. I get it. Honey, my short-term memory, whew, I can leave out of here right now, forget why the hell I got up. Okay. I ain't mad at her. Memory happens when you get in your 50s. Memory issues do happen. But my long-term memory is on point like a mother sucker. You can't tell me nothing. You heard me? I say all that to say this heifer is lying. But sometimes she does forget what she says and then doesn't realize that she has messed up. She'll come back and say, I never said that. I don't know what you're talking about. And then the phone call comes up. Child, okay, 20 times.
And anything that he does, they're watching, reading, and listening. So why would we be talking about something of some serious substance on a conversation, on a line that is being listened to? So stop looking at these videos thinking, oh, they don't be talking about anything. Oh, we're not. It's a jail visit with the police on the line. So what are we going to talk about that can be put out in court? I'm not going to sit there and talk about anything of no true substance. We'd like to talk about some passive bullshit. That's it. Y'all ain't going to get nothing but passive bullshit conversation. And some things maybe about his case, certain things, that's it. But nothing in that. He'll never talk about his defense because he can't and he won't. I don't know it. Haven't heard it. It's not for me. It's for him, his lawyer in the courts. So stop thinking just because y'all in on it that we're talking like we're on private lines. He's not on a private line.
Okay.
Block it. Thank you.
Oh, she basically.
But we on some private line. Like that's like the most idiotic thing that when I read the comments and they keep talking, oh, we're on a jail call. What are we supposed to talk about? For everybody to hear. That's the thing. Nobody's dumb. Nobody's going to talk about things that you don't really want everybody in our business or in his business or in my business. People think they know everything about me. You don't. You know what I talk about. That's it. But other than that, specifically, you don't know. Generally, yeah, she's retired. Her bills are paid. I shop. You know what I'm saying? I ain't struggling. I don't want for nothing. He's got a bond. You always say, oh, you got so much money. Why don't you bond him out? First thing about this, he's got a bond that's so obscene. When you bond somebody out, you don't get that money back. So why would you throw $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 in the wind? You're not getting it back. That doesn't make sense. He's suffering. He's in jail. He shouldn't be in jail. But certain things have to make sense. So why would someone sit there and be like, all right, run me $80,000 so I can go home? I'm not getting that back. So let me do this first and see about this. And then if this don't work, then we'll do this. That's how that works. So quit thinking, oh, you say this and the other, so you should.
So wait a minute. Where is her justification? Let me go back right about here.
Back. Okay. How am I caught up on my looks? Are y'all talking about every time we have a visit and y'all all in our business and y'all worried about what we talking about and while we sit there and compliment each other? It's not much you can talk about on a recorded line when the police is on it. So what do you want us to talk about? We don't need YouTube in our actual business, and we don't need the courts in our actual business. We've never had an illegal conversation, so that's not a concern. It's just you still don't want people all up in your business. So what do we talk about? Superficial shit. That's all you can talk about. What do you got on? Let me see your nails. Oh, your hair look cute. What you do today? That's all you can talk about. Superficial shit. Y'all want to talk about some in-depth stuff? Or, how are you feeling? That's not going to happen at a jail visit or a jail phone call. That's not going to happen. So stop thinking that that's a private conversation on two private lines that the police unknowingly is listening in on. We know people are listening in on conversations from day one since September of 22. They've been listening to all phone calls, all visits, and anything that he does, they're watching, reading, and listening. So why would we be talking about something of some serious substance on a conversation, on a line that is being listened to? So stop looking at these videos thinking, oh, they don't be talking about anything. Oh, we're not. It's a jail visit with the police on the line. So what are we going to talk about that can be put out in court? I'm not going to sit there and talk about anything of no true substance. We'd like to talk about some passive bullshit. That's it. Y'all ain't going to get nothing but passive bullshit conversation. And some things maybe about his case, certain things, that's it. But nothing in that. He'll never talk about his defense because he can't and he won't. I don't know it. Haven't heard it. It's not for me. It's for him, his lawyer in the courts. Mm-hmm. So stop thinking just because y'all in on it that we're talking like we're on private lines. He's not on a private line. Block it. Thank you. Like we on some private line. Like that's like the most idiotic thing that when I read the comments and they keep talking, oh, we're on a jail call. What are we supposed to talk about? for everybody to hear. That's the thing. Nobody's dumb. Nobody's going to talk about things that you don't really want everybody to know.
Thank you, Dimples
Or in
Whipples.
his business or in my business. People think they know everything about me. You don't. You don't. You know
Thank
what I
you
talk
for
about?
being a
That's it.
member.
But other than that, specifically, you don't know. Generally, yeah, she's retired. Her bills are paid. I shop. You know what I'm saying? I ain't struggling. I don't want for nothing. He's got a bond. Y'all want to say, oh, you got so much money. Why don't you bond him out? First thing about this, he's got a bond that's so obscene. When you bond somebody out, you don't get that money back.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you throw $40, $50, $60,000 in the wind? You're not getting it back. That doesn't make sense. He's suffering. He's in jail. He should be in jail. But certain things have to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So why would someone sit there and be like, all right, run me $80,000 so I can go home? I'm not getting that back. So let me do this first and see about this. And then if this and this don't work, then we'll do this. That's how that works. So quit thinking, oh, you say this and the other, so you should, where will Nesto live when he get out?
Hold on. Thank you, Mrs. Thomas. She says, so Miss Sonia, hold on, let me get it here. So Miss Sonia, if y'all don't talk about everything on the phone or during visits, how are you getting information? Because the jail read the letters too. Are you sending messages through pigeons, honey, or sending them to other PIN numbers or some shit? I don't know what they doing. But here's the thing. I am convinced she knows more because she knew more about his business before he got in jail, because none of it makes sense to me. When I heard her talking about how she found this man, it doesn't make sense to me. How do you find somebody in jail just because he didn't answer a couple of your phone calls? The jail is not the first. That is the last place, or it probably wouldn't even be on my list of places to call to look for somebody who lives in a whole nother state. I would just think they're doing, especially if I know they're married, I would think they're not busy. I mean, they're busy. That doesn't make sense to me. All right, let me go back.
Y'all know where Nesto gonna live when he get out. In Atlanta.
She knows more.
You believe everything he tells you. Yes, I do. I like painting. Isn't that cute? I'm at my brother's house. He's got nice art in his room. Look.
That's what I figured it was her brother.
That's cute. I like that.
So you giving us a tour this morning?
We're at my brother's house.
Thank you, Shelly C.
Well, Nesto be living in Pelican Bay. I don't know what that is. I mean, is it a hospital? I mean, is it an apartment complex? I don't know what that is. You say he had a credit card offer the equate of his bond. We're helping him with his bond. I'm not talking about the specific of his bond. Y'all know the bond amount. The one bond is $405,000, and he got some other bonds on top of that. His court date is this month. Wean you from DC. As a prisoner, Sonia, you are a beautiful woman. Watch your move. Hey,
Hi,
Tommy.
Lisa.
Hi,
thank you.
You
Thank you
got it.
so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for becoming a member. We're having a members live tomorrow night.
That's the one that she put on the blogger, put on his page and his business on or whatever. Single. He's got a really nice house for a dude. Straight dude. Because, he's very artsy. Look at this one. That's very nice. It's very artsy. He got art in the hallway. And this is the basement. I'm in the basement. This is not even the first, second. I'm in the basement. This is his basement. His basement den. It's very nice. Because he's upstairs. You're the mistress, girl. Okay, girl, look. I'm the mistress. I'm the side chick. Thank you, boo.
Well, you are.
I'm the mistress. I'm the side chick. Okay?
Yeah.
Good. Now, stop saying it. Because I'm going to agree with you. I'm the mistress. I am the side chick. I'm any and everything that will make you feel better about yourself. If you feel that I need to be called that, that's fine. I will be that for you.
No.
Side hand, I'll be that too. Because chicks are young and this chick is old. So I'll be the side hand. Thank you, Reggie, for correcting her. I will be the side chick, the mistress, the side chick, the hand, it's whatever. I mean, name calling is what y'all do. That's fine. Yeah, I love the art too. Yeah. But that's high school. So y'all feel the need to call me out my name? High school. I don't give a shit. I don't know you. You don't know me.
Look, I see Sonya's edges in there.
Does not matter to me. So that's just what it is.
Y'all get it.
You signed up for this. Who goes looking for a married man for 5 weeks? I was looking for my friend. I really didn't I felt something happened to my friend, and I went looking for my friend. And he was in a distressed situation, and it's a good thing that I found him. Shit happens for a reason, whether you agree with it or not. Shit happens for a reason. So yes, I looked for him. I found him. He needs help. I'm helping him. If you got a problem with it, that's fine. That's your opinion, and that's how you feel, and you live your life the way you want to live your life and stay out of other people's. Because this ain't your business. Sorry. Am I going out tonight? No. I'm going to bed. I leave, and the next day you're so obsessed with choking Nesto. He's got a nice neck. He's got a nice neck. I love his neck. Yeah. It's your actions that are being called out. I don't care. I really don't care. I lose no sleep over the names.
Oh, thank you so much, Delicate Dell. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I just lost it. What is going on, child? Hold on. Thing's slippery. Oh, can I find you on PayPal? Okay, so it's let me see. I might have it over here, but it's PayPal me. I'm sorry, paypal.me/VLenore. So, well, girl, I'm more than happy to run this one more time, child. Here you go. All right. Thank you, everybody. Let's get back into it. I got the ticker on. So if you guys were asking for the correct spellings and everything for PayPal and Cash App. Thank you. Let's get back into it.
What y'all think? Like, that doesn't fucking bother me. The only thing I'm concerned about is the biggest issue, which is his freedom. Y'all be worried about all this little petty who fucking who, and you want him, and he's married. That I don't give a shit about none of that. That's petty to me. His life right now is on the line. That's all I give a shit about. I don't care about how y'all feel about me or how y'all feel about me and him, or that's this and that's that. I'm trying to keep this man just hopes up high. I'm trying to keep him mentally together.
Why? Until
this is over with. That's all I give a shit. So if I gotta go in there and whatever I gotta do to put a smile on his face, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I don't want him to get defeated. I don't want him to feel his life is over. This isn't looking right. Nobody's supporting me. My life is fucked up. I don't know why this is happening. Whatever. I'm supporting him. You don't understand it. You ain't got to get it. It's whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't care. And the name calling, don't care. It doesn't matter. I've been called worse by people that don't matter to me. People in my circle don't call me out my name. So I really don't give a shit about strangers calling me a side chick or a side hen or like this. It's childish. Only because you don't know me. I would never call a stranger anything but their name. That's just what it is. I have no personal relationship with that person. Therefore, anything that they do is not going to push me to call them out their name. That is very high school. And that's 55 talking. It's high school. Sonia, why not let his wife and his... I was wanting that.
Huh?
Trust me. When I first came on board, I asked him, when I first wrote him, what's going on? How is your circle? Are you getting everything you need done? At first he said, yes. Then a week later, he called me and said, no, I need you to help me with my legal team. Okay, no problem. But the problem is, and if you can watch the phone call from jail video, when it's Nesto and Dion calls her on the three-way, and you listen to what she says. And I said this already because they kept trying to say, I'm the reason why she left. No, she left in June. My name didn't come out till August. She says why she left because social media kept calling her so many names. They were calling her name so bad from March to November of 23. They kept calling this lady, and she's a victim. She's a victim. She had no idea. She's a victim. She's devastated. And all social media doing is calling her name. Go back, look at the videos.
Wait. So she is saying out of her mouth that Shirley is a victim and that she didn't know anything. Okay, so when we say she did, let's go back. I'll come back to Shirley as a victim in just a moment. She didn't know anything suggests that there was something out there that she is unaware of that has some sort of explanation for why she's in this position now? Is that what we're supposed to get out of that? Because it sounds like to me you're admitting that something was going on, even if that means something was going on with you and him or whatever it was. Okay. When you say Shirley's a victim, who is she a victim of? Is she a victim of him? Because we, many of us do, go back and forth with that. We think she's a victim, or we think she knows something, but are you suggesting she's a victim? And a victim of whom? Nesto? Or are you saying the bloggers? Or are they saying you? Because if you ask me, you are victimizing her too on some level by all this you're doing all out in the open with her husband, okay? Or her play husband, whatever it is. But it's not cool.
The bloggers are talking about her, and their little audience is talking about her. They did that. And then in June, she couldn't take it no more. Y'all kept, oh, it's you. No, my name didn't come out till August. The phone calls came out in July. She left in June. So social media had a lot to do with screwing up his count. When they released the phone calls,
what?
His people felt some type of way. Man, they got my name all out there. They got them phone. And they calling me. Reading the comments, which you never do.
Let's be clear about something. A lot of them are mad because y'all brought their names out and y'all are talking about the people that are supposed to be his friends that were supporting him. You and Nesto talk shit about Dre. You and Nesto talk shit about the son. What's his name? Dion. You and Nesto talk shit about the brother. You and Nesto have talked a lot of shit. Now y'all have talked about the Shirley's daughter and his own daughter. You've had a lot to say about, like, oh, you've also talked a lot of shit about Erica. All these people are in his circle. They're either his family, extended family, or in his circle. And you have sat on that phone and heard him run all those people down. And you were responsible for some of the disrespect that has been directed towards all of those people. And he didn't say anything about that. So that tells me who he is, Sonia. He's an asshole. And he doesn't respect anyone. He's a narcissist. He will get right on those phones and say that's not what he meant when he was talking to you, or this was what was going on. He's going to lie his way out of those circumstances when at the end of the day, he says what every single person wants to hear. And if you're too dumb to hear that or see that, there's a problem with you, because you know that you are listening to these calls just as much as we are. You are going back trying to figure out what you said or could have said that could have effed some shit up. You know you're watching and you're seeing him just in the same way we're seeing him. This is how we're getting to know his character. You too can get to know his character by just paying attention to what you hear him say. Child.
Oh, he sounds stupid. They sound like a bunch of thugs. This, that. It's just all this negativity and judgmental shit all in the comments, like y'all do now. Not everybody's built for that. Not everybody want to hear that. So they start distancing themselves. Like, I don't need my name out there. I don't need them phone. Like, oh, don't call me somebody. Like, that's social media. Y'all did all of that. That's a big part of why his count is doing what they're doing, which is falling back. Because social media and all y'all angry comments and all of this disrespect and just inserting yourself in somebody's real life. This ain't reality television. This is real life. This is real life. Nobody put this out there. No one said, oh, let's sign a contract and go on and put our lives out there. And while we're going through this, let's make it public. Nobody did that. This shit was drug out there. Everybody was drug.
Would you say Southside Chicago or Chi-Town? He was married, just not to Shirley. Exactly. He was married. Either way you look at it, he was married, right? When they met up anyway. You ain't lying about that. Thank you for the super chat.
Drugged out. He was drugged out. His wife was drugged out. I was drugged out. Nobody sat there and was like, oh yeah, let's just make something of this. No. And that's the problem. The girlfriend in Florida was brought up in court. And that was a lie to make him look bad. They knew, they read the affidavit from the wife. And then so here comes the prosecutor and say, oh, well, don't give him bond because he's going to run to Dubai. We heard it on a phone call. That was a lie. That never happened. The phone call.
Sonia, were you the girlfriend in Florida though? Where's the lie? So is the lie that he never said he was coming to see you or to be with you? You're sure you didn't even speak of that even in passing? Because every time I've heard you in the past say that was a lie, it sounded like you were saying, I'm not his girlfriend. And so that's not true. And so because that got back to her, it sounded crazy. So
where's it at? Nobody heard it, right? Because it was never a conversation. Oh, but then also he's got a girlfriend in Florida that he's going to run away to as well. Another lie. That was never said. We never called ourselves boyfriend and girlfriend. And we never talked about him making bond and coming on down and this, that, and the other. So when prosecutors try to finesse a situation, you're not always 100%.
Y'all the finessers or trying to be. Okay, Bridget Shepard, thank you. You said, I don't think anyone was talking poorly about Shirley because most people were on her side. You, Sonia and Nesto, were the only two degenerates that spoke poorly about Shirley, calling her out of her name. So you're saying they were calling Shirley out her name? I was uncomfortable the other day when I heard that call with him and Dre on the phone. And he was it sounded like he was giving like a hypothetical about how Shirley wanted to ride in the back of the car when they got, what was it? Whatever car he got. And she wanted to ride in the back. And he said, I ain't used to know shit like this where, your wife is riding in the back and I'm driving in front. We ain't doing that. You get your ass in the front seat and shut the fuck up. Did he not say that? Now, I don't care if he didn't really say that, but who says bitch referring to your wife who has been supportive and kind to you? She didn't do nothing to you. You did this shit to her. These people kill me. And the fact that he just sat over there and went, never mind, we'll talk about that later.
And that's what he was. So please stop listening to a prosecutor if he can't bring the actual proof to court. And phone calls from prison released all the phone calls from back then. And not one phone call, only one phone call talked about Dubai. And that's when she's talking about Steve's house, him walking and him showing the house. That's the only phone call they ever had about Dubai and Steve's house. Yet the prosecutor goes in court and says, oh, he's running off to Dubai to his wife's boss house. That was a lie. They never even talked about him visiting, going, none of that. But that was the phone call that he tried to finesse and say that in court because they didn't want him to get a bond. They kept trying to fight him from getting a bond on little charges. And that's why the lawyer that he had at the time said, something's not right. You got this little charge and they keep trying to hold you in here. They keep trying. This is before they even talked to the women. They didn't even come into play yet. This was early on. So that was a red flag. She doesn't have, okay, Sonia, do you think we stupid and don't learn? And I don't learn.
Where is this? What's she looking at? Sonia,
okay. Everybody say Rico. At this point, okay, so anyway. Life is sand. Should I? Because I thought about that. But I don't know. We don't know.
What
haven't you? So if you just got on here, you're gonna have to just rewind because a lot of these questions was already answered and responded to. So about the bond, we spoke about the bond. So you're gonna have to rewind and watch that. It's only an hour in and I'm about to get off because I said I wasn't gonna make this longer than an hour. Everything ain't civil. Tate, I know everything ain't civil. I know that. No, please go back. She fell back in June, and I'm telling you, everything's on YouTube, the whole timeline. So go back and listen to the call that was just released. When you hear her say, she stopped talking to him in June. And you hear her say on this call with him, her, and the son, why she fell back. And it was in June. He has not spoken to her since June.
Okay, let's be clear. She did not fall back just because of the press. She didn't just fall back because of the bloggers. Let's be clear. There are several things that played a part in this, and you being one of them. And the fact that this Negro is in jail again. That is why she's done and tired. Now, I'm not saying the bloggers don't affect her, but we're not going to put it all on the bloggers. That woman's not even out here watching us. I'm sure Shirley ain't watching everything because Shirley comes across to me like you would have to force her to listen to something. So I'm sure her family, her friends are watching. And if something key comes out, then she's probably going to listen. But I feel like Shirley's one of those people that possibly puts her head in the sand and just, goes with the flow. And I think she was tired of flowing the way in which he was flowing. That's the bottom line. That's why she's tired. And you didn't help matters. See, This is a great comment. The Real Brown Family Chronicles said, Shirley and Erica were content for the bloggers, but they didn't come out here to the YouTube streets to prove or disprove anything. Not one thing. In fact, the way Shirley handled it is the best way, because yes, people reported that he was in jail. They probably would have come back periodically, but nobody would be paying attention to it if y'all all weren't clowns in the circus. Now that's just a fact, because her not saying anything about it, it would have just, people would have just came out here periodically, maybe. If these phone, I would guess a lot of the people who requested that the phone calls were picked up, it probably wouldn't have been picked up. No one probably would have thought about it too much, because Shirley's not saying anything about it. But Sonia, as soon as you could, I bet you were raring to come out here and do something. I don't know. Anyway, here we go.
My name came out in August.
Yeah, I know.
The phone calls were released in July. Phone calls weren't even out yet. June, phone calls weren't even released yet. Okay. July is when the phone calls got out on YouTube. It's all there. You can go and look at it. So stop trying to debate me on it. I know exactly when they came in, because we knew when we had to really change how we spoke, because a lot of stuff you don't even want YouTube to know. The courts can know a little bit more because they're just looking for an illegal conversation. But YouTube, they're looking for any that. So we really had to watch what we said and how we spoke once YouTube got involved. Mm-hmm. But again,
that's fair.
I know the timeline. It's my life, right? Yeah, I do. I know. I would have never came out. Listen. So I didn't come out. I was forced out. And in hindsight.
Oh, I didn't realize that, Diana R. So she can't get the call. So all the calls we've been hearing are once he was transported to Cobb County. I didn't realize that. Okay. Let's see. Shirley works in media and she knows exactly how the bloggers operate. That's right. She said out of her own mouth that the bloggers were doing their job. That's right. This is what we do. Just like she reports on people and they sit around and talk about it on their show, that's what we're doing on our shows, right? What you say? The Only Whip V. She told you in your interview that she pulled up with a child. That's right. In the back of the car, she sure did, about some property. And here she is while he's in jail. Is Sonia the one that's got him in? I don't know. But she did say that she had her what was her grandbaby was in the car or whatever. And she just sat around. She said her daughter came and got the kid. And then she went somewhere with him and talked to him for 3 hours. And the next day she was naked. But that's neither here nor there. Here we go.
I should have came out back in April, maybe July. I would say July. Only because they kept pushing this narrative, and everybody was running with it. And it's hard to reverse something if it's been played upon for so long. And they kept running with this narrative. And then in November, once I came out and spoke my side or my piece, it's too late. Everybody's a good amount, not everybody, because I have a lot of people that's on my IG who are very supportive of the situation and are very positive, open-minded people. And they've been great. There's a lot. I got a lot on the IG channel that's very supportive. Not all of this hate, negative, one-sided, this, that, and the other, whatever. But again, you said April. April what, honey? Miss Grown is sexy. Why do you care? I don't know who you're talking to. Dre always popping up, but slick shit. Okay, so he's upset because Nesto called me upset. He called upset about a conversation him and his friend had, and he felt he should know me, and the way he's talking to me is as if he doesn't know me. And I was trying to tell him, not everybody judge on character. Sometimes people just hear the words and run with the words instead of thinking about the person they know. A lot of people don't think like that. And so it was some things in the conversation they had that kind of upsetted him. But I didn't know who he was talking about. If you listen to the phone call, I just knew it was a friend. And this is before he even said his friend's name to me. And I thought it was 2 guys he was talking to. One he was not so cool with. And then it was the closer one, which is Dre. But I was like, don't worry about it. He's an idiot. He don't know what he's talking about. And so they ran with the Sonia called Dre an idiot. And then you hear me say, after I said, don't worry about it, he's an idiot. He wasn't thinking, trying to bring him back. Then I say to him, well, which friend is it? Because I didn't know which friend he was talking about. I just said, don't worry about it. He's an idiot. He wasn't thinking yada, 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 yada. Then he says Dre. So I didn't call specifically Dre. I just said whatever friend he was talking about was an idiot for saying or not, again, the man fragile and, life's fucked up. They keep like, you don't. So it's bad enough to be in jail. What's worse about his situation is the first 6 months he was in jail, he just kept throwing charges and charges out of nowhere on him. And so it was like a never ending, just, situation. And he's like trying to figure out why is this going on? Why they said that, because in his mind, he says he's innocent. Regardless of how y'all feel about it. It's his life. He knows what he did. And, so.
Child, I'm over here talking my ass off. Look, every time I hear her talking about you got to judge people on character and not just based on what somebody says, ma'am, how are you judging his character? Because I feel like we're judging his character. And his character can be judged based on his track record. And not just his track record. Let's not even talk about his previous offenses. Let's talk about how we've sat here and heard him lie. How we've sat here and heard him talk about his child. How we sat here and heard him talk about Shirley's child, Shirley's friends, everything, everybody. He talks ish about everybody. You know, the one person he has not talked ish about, though, that I could tell is Sonya. Now, that's interesting. But everybody else, he has said something or another about that person to Sonya or somewhere in conversation. And that's how we are judging his character. So I've not seen him as a nice guy. I've seen him do some asshole-like stuff. I mean, come on.
So he's saying he's innocent. So, again, like I said, I don't worry about bonding with his camp. Me and his friendship was just me and his friendship. I'm not trying to insert myself in his life with his family and friends. I don't do that with anybody I date.
He's going to be living with you, though.
I don't insert myself in people's camp because I don't do people like that. You see with all this going on and stuff. That's why I don't do groups of people. So whoever I deal with, I just deal with them. I don't need to know your friends. I don't need to know your kids. I don't need to know your mama, your daddy. I don't need to know none of them people. I'm just dealing with you. And that's how I feel with him. I just deal with him. If he needs me to deal with somebody, I will make the call. That's it. Outside of that, I'm not here to insert myself in his whole life. Really? That's not my position. I'm not looking for it. We're not going there. So if Dre has a problem with me, it's because of that indirect comment when I called his friend an idiot. And then I asked which friend, but it was because him calling distraught about the conversation they had and how he felt.
We might need to pull that call just so we can hear how that went down.
And that's where that came from. It wasn't like I was being malicious and he did. I'm just trying to make him feel better and like, don't worry about it. Whatever. And he took that and ran with it because, of course, the bloggers made that the title, the caption, and put so much emphasis on that.
Did you say it or no?
It just made it sound like that was a whole conversation that I'm just.
Look, the title can be whatever the title is. It doesn't matter what the title is. Did you say the shit that they put in the title? I don't care if it was for 2 seconds. If you just repeated the sentence that's in the title of it, we don't control that. You said the shit. If you didn't say it, it couldn't be in the title. I don't understand this.
Going in and talking about him and, shitting on him, which it wasn't. If you listen to the phone call, it's this much of a conversation that I'm lightly just saying, don't worry about it. He's an idiot. And I say, Frank, what friend is it we talking about? And that's when he says what friend he's talking about. But it wasn't like a direct, I don't like your friend. He's a this, he's a that, he's a that.
You did. It was direct. From what I remember, it was pretty direct. Sonya is lying. Shoot. I always hit the wrong. Okay. Hi, God's joy. Sonya is lying. The call on July 26th at exactly 15:39. Nesto tells her, tells her it's Dre, and she continued to call him an idiot exactly 6 times after knowing that it was Dre. We might have to pull that call, child. July 26th. 1539. Actually, God's joy. Hell, you might need to can you send that to me? Email the link. Let me see, just so I don't have to look for it. Because I do want to find it. You said 726 at the 1539. Might need to send me that link. Okay, here we go.
I don't know them people. And that's his people, not mine. That was a direct comment, so I can stop lying. Listen to the phone calls, girl. It's on the phone calls. I gotta lie about the phone call. I remember that. That I remember. You're starting to age. Okay. I'm gonna age until I die. I should age. I'm okay with that. Here's the thing, y'all always trying to make these little comments. Oh, she look 55. Oh, you look 59. As long as I'm alive, that's all that matters to me. It doesn't matter how I look. Y'all might be worried about it.
Wait a minute. But you are the only one that talks about your looks. If you didn't spend so much time talking about your looks, we wouldn't talk about your looks. On many occasions, Sonia, you've gone out of your way to say, well, Erica, they're giving her the business because, the way she looked. They left the wife alone because they saw pictures of Erica, so they went after her. Or they wouldn't care if I was dealing with Nesto if I was fat and ugly, but I'm not. She's always talking about her damn looks. Give me a freaking break.
Worried about it. I look better than most, which that again is not a thing for me. I don't compare myself to people. I live in my own bubble. That's it. I'm not worried about the rest. I'm not worried about what other women my age look like, or that person or that girl. Y'all do that. Y'all can sit there and live your life on comparisons. I don't compare myself or worry about the next woman at all. Your neck looks 60. Nesto's niece, girl. Ugh. That's fine. My neck can look 60 all day long. I'm all good with it. Why do you have low self-esteem? Do I sound like I have low self-esteem? Because every time I see myself, I'm smiling. That's not low self-esteem.
Thank
Nesto
you
called you a host
Joy.
just now. We're listening to the calls. Let me know what call that is, girl, so I can listen to it with you. Where do I shop? Hey, Chelsea. So I shop at Express, Zara, and that online place?
And Temu.
It's not Shein.
Temu.
Fashion Nova.
Oh.
Fashion Nova, Express, Zara, and Hollister. I like that. Please don't let these vloggers and their lynch mobs get to you. They won't stop until you. I know, right? Too much. That's cool. Anyway, yeah. Notice she didn't say Nesto couldn't have called her that. Girl, again, this ain't high school. Here's the thing. For all you messy people that fell in like the last 15-20 minutes, because that's usually when the messy people jump in, go to the bloggers that's on the hate train. There's a place for you. You could go over there and be as hateful and as messy and as high school as you want to be over there. There's a place for you. You're not gonna get on here, say little stupid shit, and think you're about to affect me. I'm just not that person. Trust me. Tonight's call, go listen. Okay, I'll listen to it. Thank you. True people, messy lives. We hate pedophiles. Who's a pedophile? Anybody a pedophile? At all. Has he been ever convicted of being a pedophile? No. Matter of fact, those charges were dropped. No. He didn't plead.
Let's be clear. We heard the actual hearing. They were not dropped. They were dismissed. The thing is, we don't know if they were dismissed with or without prejudice. My guess is probably without prejudice. And we may see those come up later. So don't get carried away. We heard just today that they were dismissed. Not the same.
And what did I say about those charges all along? Go look at the I took the videos down because I'm taking this one down too. This one's only going to be on for 2 days because I take my videos down. You get in, get out, whatever. But where do you see that at? Please don't say things that you have no idea about. Period. That's just what that is. You can talk about everyone, but I don't want to talk about you because that's messy. You can talk. You can talk. People been talking. Who am I calling? Oh, I did call that one girl out her name, but she pushed some buttons. That's all. You're a liar. That's fine. I'll be one. How do you know?
We know you're one, girl. We done caught you so many.
It's sad that you don't know this. Why did you go? Nesto's niece, girl. Here's the thing. I'm not going to concern myself with anything unless it's illegal and it's a charge. If he has a charge, I concern myself about it. Anything that's considered an inappropriate behavior, I don't really care about that.
Huh?
If it's illegal, I have a concern for it. If it's inappropriate, I've worked in the strip club business for 15 years. I've seen.
But he was not in a strip club. And some of these women were not, actually, none of these women were coming in there to become strippers. So inappropriate is very scary. Inappropriate is a red. Could y'all put the fucking red flags back in the chat? Because this lady doesn't understand what a red flag is. What do you mean you don't care about an inappropriate behavior? Telling women to walk in and strip. They're doing the exact same thing he asked you to do, the one he's supposed to be interested in. He tells you to walk in and strip, and you're okay with that. But the women who work for him, this is not a strip club. Thank you. This woman doesn't understand red flags. We need red flags so she understands what a red flag is, damn it. Red flags in the damn chat. Good God Almighty.
A lot of inappropriate behavior from managers to staff to waitresses to bartenders to dancers. I've seen a lot of inappropriateness. Is it illegal? No. Is it uncalled for and is it wrong? In most cases, yes. But I don't concern myself with stuff like that. That's not it.
That doesn't lead you to believe that he could have raped people. He could have committed these other acts. If he's already telling them to take off their clothes, what do you think is going to come after that? Girl,
it was in 2016, so they say. I didn't know him. It's not my business. That's not my business. I don't care. Inappropriate, yes. If that's true, that was inappropriate. I get that. But again, I 15 years in the strip club business. I'm seeing way more. And then
it doesn't matter
to speak on that because I really didn't hear the interview, but I heard 3 minutes.
Whatever you saw was too damn much. If you're saying that this is excusable, you sound sick as he is. You sound sick. I would go to any place of business and they tell me to strip. Are you fucking kidding me? If I'm not applying to be a stripper, I ain't stripping. Damn it. That's it. That's all.
Because somebody played it for me.
Crazy as hell.
If I go somewhere, I'm applying for a job and it's not a porn industry, a strip club, or a bikini model or something where you need to see my body, and somebody asks me to take my clothes off, I'm leaving. That's just what it is. I'm leaving. I'm not taking off a sock, a shoe.
Maybe you should report that motherfucker too. And maybe since you know that this is what a motherfucker asks folks to do, maybe you should look at him sideways your damn self. You sound crazy, girl. So you're saying you believe he did that shit. My question to you is, if you believe it, why are you okay with it? You sound crazy.
A shirt and nothing. I'm leaving. I'm not. Why? No, bye. That's a red flag. I'm leaving.
Yeah, you damn right.
Something just don't make sense for somebody to actually do it. It's something going on, and I don't know.
She's too much.
Yeah, that didn't make sense. So I didn't think anything of it past that. Because again, I'm only concerned myself with things
I had to real that
it's inappropriate, and if you believe again 100% of a one-sided story, which I tend to do, which is weird to me because I don't ever believe a one-sided story. I believe what he's saying to an extent, but I'm also waiting to see, and I'm seeing as I go to court, nothing supporting what they're saying. So that's why at first when I came into this and he said I said okay.
Looks
but
like
I feel like let me see. I hear what you're saying. But let me see. When I go to court, nothing. Listen to the detective, nothing. Everything that they say, there's nothing supporting it. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. If you say this, we're supporting evidence to back up what you're saying. And why didn't they go to him like the police are supposed to and interview him? By charging to get his side of the story. He never did that. He never came with any evidence. And I've been to the court hearings.
You have look, let's be clear. How often do they always go and get a person's side before they arrest them? If they have enough proof that he's done something, they may not need his side until they get him locked up. Are you kidding me? She's killing me. For her to be a paralegal, I don't get it.
And they haven't even indicted. All of this stuff happened 3 years ago. How come he hasn't been indicted? 3 years ago.
3 years ago, we were in a pandemic too.
And all you do is show the evidence to the grand jury, and they come back with an indictment. Where's the indictment? The judge called for an indictment end of last year, around November. They promised they would have one. Now we're into March. Where's the indictment? If you're going to be involved and insert yourself, do some deep thinking in the system and understand what's going on and what's not happening before you just say, oh, yeah, he did that because this, that, and the other. No, it's got to make sense. It's got to make sense. It's not making sense.
You don't make sense. Okay, come on, Sonya.
Okay, and
what?
Damn, I need my other phone.
What?
Okay. So anyway, because that's okay. So again, she's the type of date. She's the type to date rapists because whatever. He's in jail. They keep him as long as they need to. That's not how it works. But thank you. If you find out he's lying, then what? Then I'm gonna back away, and he gonna do what he need to do, which is fine. I'm not gonna. Don't get it twisted and think I'm just out here stupid thinking, oh, if they have actual proof to say he did it, then he got to own it and do the time. That's just what that is. But I don't go. I've worked in criminal law for over 8 years, and I've seen a lot of lies go to court. I've seen a lot of women in personal relationships run to the police and exaggerate and tell stories that make things seem, like there's some sort of victim. It's not victim shaming. It's just what it is. And only people would understand this, and a lot of people won't. And y'all don't have the mind span to grasp things outside your world. If you don't know anything about the legal system and people that get caught up in it, you have no idea. It's a whole different situation. And until you have to deal with it directly or indirectly, you just don't understand it. And you can look at the commercials and say, oh, no. And y'all forget. Soon as the story come out, and y'all forget, such and such got shot by a cop, unarmed, running. And all he did was run a red light. A week later, y'all forget all about that. Y'all don't think about how wrong the justice system is to us and how they treat us and how they, especially a person with a record, how that's just an easy mark. And it is what it is. No, okay, Sonya. Okay, I don't know what that says. How did you flunk out of college? He's back in.
What?
He flunked out of college the last month. He was supposed to graduate last year, and he was living in Miami, and I was living. Where was I living?
Let's go. Let's see. Move forward.
Out and crying and boo-hooing about I can't. No, you are broke for real, woman. Make sure the man is good. You begging for $250. You sound dumb because I wasn't begging for $250. He needed another lawyer. Let me tell all y'all. He needed another lawyer because he doesn't like the lawyer that he has. So I went shopping for another lawyer. This lawyer said he needs $250 just to come and talk to him. I relayed the message to him. He says, call such and such and such and see if they'll give you the money. He wasn't coming to me for money. He told me to go to his camp. So I called his camp because he asked me to ask him for the money, in which they didn't pay it. Who paid it? I paid it. I paid it $250 because I kept getting the runaround. And after 2 days of the runaround, I said, don't worry about it. I got it. And I paid it. On top of putting money on his books, on top of paying for the phone calls. So, yeah. Anyway.
Hit that like button, please. Thank you.
Twin, I wasn't trying to, but I did. Do I have false teeth? No. But half of the world do, because veneers is false. So, could you please allow Nesto to complete a sentence? I know, all right. I mean, you know what? I'm a girl. I talk a lot sometimes. And that comes from the habit of how, before he went to jail, when we used to talk on the phone a lot, he would just ask a question and not say anything else. And so that's just me in a habit of just talking. But I do need to let him talk more, only because he needs to sometimes express what he needs to say. Because YouTube, you ruined Sylvia's channel. How did I ruin Sylvia's channel? Please explain yourself. I don't know.
Kelly ruined.
No, I don't know that person. Sylvia's moving on. Sylvia, let me tell you, Sylvia's a good person. She was part of that pack in the beginning, but she sent me a private message some months ago before I interviewed with her. and was trying to explain, her position on all of this, because I made a comment and it was to the group of them, and she felt some type of way, I guess, because she was trying to explain that she wasn't, a negative person. And I didn't really watch, but I saw she was on that panel after the Tasha K situation. Mr. Scribbles, whose address are you putting out there in whateverville, Georgia?
Oh,
So
she just let it ride. Who is
her? But where she made a mistake was, I told her.
Hold on, I'm curious.
Stay neutral.
Who lives in? I've never even heard of this place. Milledgeville, Georgia. Who lives there, y'all? In Milledgeville. Does anyone know? Charlie Dawson. Oh Lord.
Because when you pick a side, it can hurt you. And that's what happened. She was a little bit on a positive with this, and everybody came after her for it because she wasn't being negative like the bulk of y'all. Y'all don't know that person. Cut them. And so they started hating on her, and because they wanted her to be mean and spiteful and this, that, and the other. And she, at first was saying some positive things, and I told her, no, this ain't the audience, because this audience right here. This ain't the audience for it. Like, no, I said, you just gotta stay neutral. Don't even say.
Hold on, let's see. Say what now? It's a mental health place. Who's in there? Who said that? I feel like Portia. Who said that? Who said that? What? Who was in there? His daughter or something? Wait, hold on. What? Better to remain with Wendella says, better to remain silent and to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt, child. Sonya proves it every time. She puts her foot in it every time, child. Are you serious? Okay, let's go. I'm trying to
about it, and she did, and
fast forward through some.
So I did not ruin her channel. It was the fact that she was changing how she felt, and all the hating ass people that was on her channel, because they kind of flopped between her and the other 3 or 4 girls, felt some type of way about it because they wanted her to be hateful, and that's what happened to her channel. Nothing else happened to her channel other than the fact that she started to feel like the evidence wasn't supporting the hate, and she did some investigating, and she did some work on it and found out it wasn't what everybody was saying it was. So that's what happened to Sylvia's channel. And no, she didn't ruin her channel. It just, thing of it is it's just this audience. It's a hard audience, and y'all like hate, y'all like drama, y'all like negativity. Not everybody's for that. That's y'all thing. Everybody, for the most part, not all y'all, a lot of y'all are y'all like hate. Y'all, that's just how y'all are. Y'all just like hate. Y'all just support the hate, support negativity. Y'all want him to be guilty. Y'all want him to be this. Y'all want me to be that. Now it's all, oh, we're team such and such. Y'all weren't at first because y'all was coming in on her real hard. Now it's oh, we team her. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Y'all flip flop, and like to hate for no reason. And now you want to just like, it's so like, I have not went through anything like this since high school, and that's why I say it. Y'all act like high school students.
Hey, her daughter. Has she addressed the
No, I did not visit her in jail. Yes, y'all do. Y'all
a little bit earlier.
For real. Did. All of this reminds me of high school.
Say much.
She said, name calling. Like, that's high school. How you call somebody a name? Y'all don't even fucking know them. Y'all not even in this. It's not even your business. I'm not gonna watch TV and look at somebody's situation and she's such and such. She just, I'm just look at her and be like, oh damn, that's fucked up. And turn. I could speak on anybody's thing, but I'm not gonna. I talk about Diddy's situation and how a lot of stuff is coming out, but I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, he's a this, he's a that, he's a this, he's a that. No, that's fucked up. If that's true, if he did that shit, and
then what?
Let's wait till it come out in court. That's all I say. That's all I can do, because I don't know him. I don't know what's going on with that situation.
You don't know him.
People don't always report the whole story. They don't report the whole truth. So I side-eye everything. And when it go to court, they're gonna bring the proof.
But you believe this man every time he says that he's not guilty. You believe him. You don't second guess him. You second guess all the proof and research that these folks out here have done. You second guess all of that bullshit. But whatever he has to say, you don't second guess it. You'll just wait and see what happens in court. Even if he don't get to a trial for another year, you'll just sit and wait for all the shit to come out. Honey, he is going. Let me tell you something. Let's say it's the best case scenario for Nesto, that he ends up getting time served. They drop everything else and he comes out of that jail. I want you to know y'all's relationship is over. Over. He may stay with you for a minute, but when I say it's over, that's going to be the beginning of the end, ma'am. He is using you and you are being used. It's almost as if you are welcoming yourself to become a dish rag. He's going to wring you dry and then he's going to send you on your way because he's not going to need you. He's going to be back to his old tricks. So I just think it's interesting that you second guess everything the bloggers say, everything on the phone calls, everything, but you do not second guess him. You do not side eye him. Interesting.
And then I'll wait till that come out. And that's what you're supposed to do instead of, oh,
thank you, Lovejoy. Welcome.
I don't know you people. Y'all want me to be
11
transparent
members
about
Monday
my
tomorrow.
You sound dumb
Yay.
even thinking that. You sound
become
dumb.
a member.
You know, I'm not a public figure and my business is my business. And if I choose to say something or not say something or lie about my business, that's my business. It's my business. And it's none of y'all business. None of it. None of this is none of y'all business.
Okay.
Y'all can be mad about it. This is for the haters.
Okay, girl.
Y'all can be mad about it, but this is just the truth. Y'all got y'all business. Y'all want nobody calling y'all up, asking y'all, interrogating y'all about who you fucking and sucking and all of this type of stuff. You can look at the phone like, who the fuck is this? You don't know me, but you know what? Did you fuck such and such? I didn't put that phone call out there. So why would y'all think I should answer any of my any questions about my personal business?
Well, here's the thing. Because even though you didn't put it out there, it's out there. So when we draw our own conclusions and you don't want to provide input, you can't be mad at the conclusions that we draw. That's it.
That's it. It's just stupid. So, you know, I will never.
That part succeeding too.
Ernest called you a hoe. Okay, damn, I heard it. I'll listen to the phone calls. And I'll get back. I'll listen to it. And I'll make sure it's exactly what it says because y'all hear shit and then y'all run with it and it don't be what y'all heard. It be some other shit. So I'll listen to it. I've never heard him call anybody a hoe. So I doubt it. Even people, when he speak of people that really don't like, that are actual hoes in conversation. I'm talking about the people involved in the case. That's not his language. So if that's what he said, I will gladly listen to the phone call and figure it out. And if he did, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna check his ass because that's some bullshit. No. I'll listen to it. But again, you know what I'm saying? Y'all messy as fuck. So I'm a openly hear you, but you know what I'm saying? Yes, he has. He did.
Trust but verify, boo.
Thank you, Reggie.
She gonna hear something different.
I appreciate you noticed that. No, you stupid.
Come on. Get to it, Sonya. You done?
Oh, I don't get it through the jail shit. I don't get it through that. I get it. We talk another way, like the serious stuff that YouTube and the courts and everybody, and it's not illegal, but it's just not everybody needs to know all of a person's business.
Wait a minute. Well, what other way is there? Because I have wondered about this. If she writes a handwritten letter, I mean, that might be one way to get some information back and forth. Is she using somebody else's pen? Oh my goodness. Her daughter. Thank you. Her daughter. Thank you. Her daughter just gifted 5 new memberships. Thank you so much. We're having Members Monday tomorrow. I hope you're here. We'll do it probably around 8 or 9 tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Thank you, her daughter.
And there's another conversation that we have.
Okay, so back to that. What other way is there, y'all? Thank you, Lisa Be Free. This is very sad to see a female her age with so little self-worth. She needs help. Yeah, it does feel, I mean, she doesn't see it as that, but she is demonstrating loud and clear that she has a low value of herself, very little self-esteem. Jeez.
It's not on the jail network. So that's just what that is, you know. But
On
y'all
the
think
jail
that every time
network.
y'all hear a phone call, it's just no, it's not.
You think somebody got a phone in there? Maybe she's talking that way because that's illegal. Is she? Oh, Mary says, where how did it move that fast? Child, the chat's moving. Mary Studevant says using someone else's pen isn't illegal, but they are still recorded. Exactly. So I wonder if she has a phone. So it could be using someone else's pen. She could be using a burner phone somebody might have. I don't know if that's what she's talking about. I don't know. I hope she ain't going into meetings acting like she's the legal aid or something, child. You don't think she posing as an attorney now, do you? Lord have mercy. The legal letter. You think that's it? Mm-hmm. She may still be using legal envelopes. Mm-hmm. Got you. This heifer.
Not just of everybody being involved in the phone call.
Wow.
So you're gonna hear what we know y'all hearing. Now that I'm in the beginning, that's sex shit. No, I forgot all about that. And that was in the beginning, but oops. Kites, right? You know what the kites are. Be your own woman. Thank you, Prince. You're so pretty. Thank you, Angie. Is that a drawstring point? No, it's actually glued in. Yep. It's glued in. So you don't know how to talk. You need to stop calling.
Very quick, Bridget, I'm with you all the way. Says the difference between us and Sonia is she has the mind of a criminal. Ooh, child, hold on. She has the mind of a criminal. Uh-oh, I lost it. And it excites her. She likes this kind of mess. She likes people discussing her. Sonia feels like she and Nesto are Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah, I agree. She definitely likes the attention.
It don't matter how I talk. This is the thing too with y'all. Y'all be looking for somebody to talk and sound a certain way. I sound how I sound. I don't need to impress anybody. I don't need to use big words. I don't need to sound like, you know, I'm in some type of job that I need to sound a certain way. I stop with the comparison because that's a comparison in a sense. I talk how I talk. I'm not a big fan of my voice, but it's the voice I have and the language that I use, and my mouth is foul. I'm not at work. I'm not in a law firm. I'm not at a job. I'm talking to somebody. I could talk how the fuck I talk. I could sound how I need to sound. I'm not in the job where I do voiceovers or where I need to sound a certain way. I don't give a fuck how I sound. It's how I sound. This is what it is. Talking to a dude. That's it. It's not a person I'm trying to get $1 million from where I need to sound a certain way. I know how to turn some shit on when I need to. Y'all have never heard, and you will never hear a voice or a conversation that I know how to have because this is not the place for it. Neither is ever talking on the phone to Nesto. So I sound how I sound. I don't need to sound all sexy and all or educated. I don't need to use big words. I can sound how I sound. But that's, you know, if y'all need, there's channels for that. There's educated channels where you can hear people use big words and sound educated and polite.
Nobody.
You ain't gonna get that with me. Sorry. Ain't happening. And you being upset with it, or you trying to come for me and say like that, like it's a put down. I don't give a shit. I deliberately talk like this. Because I don't need to impress anybody.
Sonia, my patience. What else are you saying, child? Let's see.
No one needs to compare themselves to nobody. How about that? Thank you, boo. Hello. Don't compare yourself to anybody because everybody is one of one. That's just what it is. It's one of one. I'm not going.
But you compare yourself all the time. You always say things like, "I bet they wouldn't even care if I didn't look good. They wouldn't even care if I was fat and busted." You're the one who compares yourself, and then you even talked about how the bloggers look, what they look like. I mean, they don't look like nothing. I saw a picture of this. I saw a picture of that. Well, you're the one making these comparisons.
Myself too. I'm in a lane by myself. Satchic lane. That's what y'all say, right? I'm in a Satchic lane. But I'm in a lane by myself, and I'm okay with that. I don't compare myself. I don't compare myself to anybody's money, lifestyle, looks, a voice, a vocabulary, and none of that stuff. I don't care. I don't care. You will be out here fucked up trying to compare yourself to another person or the last person.
I got news.
It's true. You'll be sitting there, Brandy and Monica. You know what I'm saying? Nikki and Cardi. All y'all black
Look at
people
the
do is try to
strawberries in the
compare
chat.
man people up against each other. White people don't do that. What is up with y'all with that comparison shit? Y'all say little shit because y'all trying to
Look
do
at
that
him
little
jumping the
comparison shit.
strawberry.
That's all that is. It's not about a comparison. Everybody stands alone. You are your own person. Be happy with that. Go ahead, Renee. Throw them things up there. Honey, your blog. It's cool. Because y'all trying to act like I'm somebody that's trying to move somebody out the way so I can be the number one. No, that's not it either. He can go wherever he wants to go. I support it. Whoever he wants to be with, I support that. If he wants to be with her, the teacher, the real estate girl, whoever it is he wants to be with, I support that. I support that. I have no problem with that. Y'all keep trying to think one way. And again, y'all only get this much of what's going on. Wrong with it.
Girl, you had an attitude when he even mentioned a second person coming to visit him. Girl.
Run with it. You know what I'm saying? Run with it. Run with it.
Here, let's see.
All of that came out and they saw her picture.
Oh, wait, hold on. Here we go with the picture. See?
He can't even bother me. Ask me the last time anybody bothered me. I was 17. The last time I was bothered by somebody, and I was a child. So I'm unbothered by people that I do know, not know, whatever. You guys can't break nobody but you stand. I'm easy to troll. Thank you, Boo. I'm easy to troll. No, you know what? It's cool. I always talk about Erica's.
They still got the strawberries.
And this is the thing with y'all on that shit.
Man.
It's amazing how y'all hear 2 words and then y'all run with it. Do y'all put everything else on mute? What I said about Erica's looks, and those are her mugshots. Because
you said she was
looking
whacked. She was looking busted.
She looked a certain way because she said his mugshot and her mugshot both look fucked up. Both of their mugshot, like most people's mugshot, because the mugshot look fucked up. The picture, the picture. That's why I said the picture. I got a lot of ugly pictures. People take ugly pictures. I made the point that when all of that came out and they saw her picture, they went after the wife.
Why?
And they went after the wife. They didn't go after the co-defendant that they thought was the girlfriend.
Who went after her?
They went after the wife who didn't know nothing about nothing. They went after her and called her all kind of names and all kind of this and that and that and that. And they went in on her almost as bad as they went in on me. They went in a little bit worse on me because they called me little names. They didn't call her, well, they did call her some names too. But for almost 7 months, they went in on her. Why did they go in on her? Why did they go in on her? They didn't go in on Erica. Why? Because they went in on the prettier person. She was the better looking of the two. So they said one thing about Erica, and then they kept going in.
Okay, so you're the prettier person than Shirley.
That's the reason why y'all go in.
That's what you
because
think.
his wife looked good. I don't get that. I don't get that shit. Y'all always try to tear a person down. And that was a point I was making. That's why I said what I said about Erica. Picture. Because I've seen some pictures of her where she looked nice. But that mugshot was what was out and what everybody was running with of what she looked like. And that's why I said what I said, to prove a point. So don't listen to 2 things and try to drag out that to say, oh, Sonia, you said, I said that whole thing. I said her mugshot, she looked a hot mess. They didn't talk about her, the person they thought was the girlfriend. They thought she was the girlfriend. I understand what I'm saying.
She is one.
Some of y'all is on one. They thought she was a person that y'all saying I am now. Y'all never talked about her. Not saying it's right to talk about anybody, but why didn't they talk about her?
Hey, we did.
Y'all going in on me. He been knowing this girl for 20 years. Let y'all tell it. The wife don't even know her. 20 years.
Wife does know her.
He just met me 15 months before he went to jail. But y'all went in on me and y'all went in on the wife.
See, here's the thing. I think Shirley, well, obviously Shirley knows the woman, but that call when Shirley said, do you know this woman? It was because of the last names or the aliases. And she probably saw that mugshot and didn't even recognize Erica, because if we look at pictures of Erica at different times of her life, she looked like honestly, I'm having trouble making the woman who got arrested, the woman who had on the red jacket and came to visit Nesto. And, he said, when she came to visit on the RV. It's hard for me to make those 2 people the same person. I really got this. I don't know. I'm having trouble. So Shirley may have felt the same way. Like, who's that woman? Because this is a sick, heavier version of the person she probably knew. Maybe. I'm just guessing. I'm going to give her a pass. So just because the wife said she didn't know her doesn't mean that she don't know her, because we know that the wife had to know her. Period. She had to. We know a couple of clear reasons why she had to know her.
All y'all did. I hate you. I'm sleepy. You ready to go? You ready to go? You ready to go? Oh, it's been 2 hours. I gotta go. We're not gonna make this long. We good. We good. But anyway, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. So we gone. Me and my project. We out of here.
Okay.
I don't think my sister.
Go on, let's see.
Oh, you silly. You silly. You have 1 minute left. Thank you, baby. Whose house she at? I'm at my brother's.
Okay. This is
I'm glad you know my life better than me. So
oh wait, what they say?
that's a line to something. Oh, it went quick. My bad. Are your children proud of you? Yes, my children are. My children are. You know what I asked my kids? I asked my kids, what kind of mother was I? Because you don't know. So I always want to make sure my kids had a happy childhood, in which they both said they did. My kids never wanted for anything. They had love. I traveled a lot with my kids. They lived in wonderful places. You know, Miami, Detroit. We lived in California. Like my kids lived in and they went to great schools, you know, to make sure they had good education.
Joe. Uh-oh. The internet is doing a thing. Here, let's see. Maybe it's a sign. We're down to the last, 5 minutes? I don't even know if we need to hear it. Let's see. Uh-oh, come on now. Let's see.
We'll take this up another time, but I'm not missing an action. I'm good. Nesto's good. He has court this month. In the next couple of weeks, he will be in court. And when he get out, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be good. Oh, you've been gone. Thank you, F for media, whatever you are. Said so. And like I said, what? Listen, and going forward, next time I do a live, all you messy people, can y'all stay over there at the other channel? I get y'all bored. Y'all be want somebody to, like, you know, cause some little friction or whatever. But I'm too old for high school. That's just what it is. It's been 37 years since I've been in high school. So,
girl, bye.
Ernest don't want you. You're gorgeous. Thank you, Boo. He's not coming to you when he get out. That's fine. Glow. Maybe he go to your house.
Is that it? Do we need to listen? 2 minutes left. Let me see. She saying anything?
Y'all people are miserable. Anyway, I gotta go.
Oh, we miserable.
I'm tired of talking to them.
Okay, child. Okay. Someone did send me the video that we just got done talking about. Hold on, let's listen. Got it here. Hold on. Let's make sure we understand what the video is, and then I'm gonna go to the 1539. Hold on, let me share my screen real quick. Yeah. Okay. So let's listen to what this call is, and then we'll skip. Wait, I don't hear no sound. Oh,
2023. This video.
Hold on.
In my last video, you heard a call between Dre and Ernesto that took place on July 26th, 2023. This video contains a conversation between Ernesto and Sonia that was had on that same day. You will hear Ernesto tell Sonia about his talk with Dre. Take a listen.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
Yeah. Hello. How you feel?
I was feeling all right for a minute, then I called my other best friend, the man, trying to get the telephone numbers and everything. He said he's going to look when he get back home on his other phone. Then started talking all kind of like disappointing. Like, I'm like, man, I got to get off the fucking phone with you.
All right.
He sound like everybody else.
Oh yeah. Now, well, you know what? He got to go by what he know, not what he hear.
Yeah. He sounds so.
So he starts off the conversation making it very clear that he just got off the phone with Dre. He made it very clear it was Dre he's talking about. She hasn't made a comment yet. But in that live just now, what she said was that I didn't know who he was talking about at the time. So I just said, whoever you're talking about is an idiot. No, that's not what had happened. So let's skip forward to the 10. I'm just going to go with the 10. Oh, no, 15. 15-minute mark. We'll start right around 15.
Said, man, they got you so fucked up. How are you gonna turn this around? I just don't know how you're gonna do it.
I done hung up on him. That's negative Nancy. I done hung up on him. Click.
Why?
I said to myself, what did you just say?
I'd have been like, oh, he'll call you. I gotta go. Click and never call again.
That's
Like,
what the man said.
that's what I would have did. I would have been like, he'll call. Yeah, man, I gotta go. Click. I'm not talking to that dude no more. Alleviate.
Alleviate?
That's exactly what the man said.
And that's the one that you was gonna hook Trisha up with, that idiot?
Yeah,
Or the one that was
no,
going
no, he's not an idiot. Just his thing. People ain't, if they ain't never experienced.
Hold on. Okay, I see right there. He checked him and said, nah, he ain't no idiot. Hold on, let's listen.
I'm not talking to that dude no more. Alleviate.
That's what it said. That's exactly what the man said.
And that's the one that you was gonna hook Trisha up with, that idiot?
Yeah,
or the one that was going.
No, he's not an idiot. Just his thing. People ain't, if they ain't never experienced
That he's an idiot. He might have a trucking company, he might be successful in business, but he's still an idiot.
Well, you know what? That's what he said to me today.
That's an idiot. He's an idiot.
She keeps saying it. She keeps saying it over and over again. Hold on, let's go back again. I'm going back to literally the 15-minute mark. Well, actually, right before, because he's talking about the things that Dre was saying. Hold on. Oop. Let me go. Oh, did I cut it off? There we go. Here we go. Is that the 15? Okay. Come on now.
Your friend.
That's what he said. And they got you so fucked up. How are you gonna turn this around? I just don't know how you're gonna do it.
I done hung up on him. That's negative Nancy. I done hung up on him. Click.
I said to myself, what did you just say?
Excuse me.
I'd have been like, oh, he'll call you. I gotta go. Click and never call again.
That's
like,
what the man said.
That's what I would have did. I would have been like, he'll call. Yeah, man, I gotta go. Click. I'm not talking to that dude no more. Alleviate.
That's what it said. That's exactly what the man said.
And that's the one that you was gonna hook Trisha up with, that idiot?
Yeah,
or the one that was going.
No, he's not an idiot. Just his thing. People ain't, if they ain't never experienced
He's an idiot. Oh. He might have a trucking company, he might be successful in business, but he's still an idiot.
Well, you know what? That's what he said to me today.
That's an idiot. He's an idiot.
They got your name so fucked up. I said to myself, man, they've been having my name fucked up. So what you talking about? This ain't nothing.
Why do I care? I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's fucked up today, and it could breathe down tomorrow.
Yeah.
So what do I care?
Girl, you got an excuse for everything except for why it is that this nigga might be lying about being guilty for this crime. Anyway, child, I hope that you guys enjoyed our time together. I'm so glad we had this time together. Yeah, I'm telling my age for real now, okay? I've spent a good amount of time with y'all today. Thank you for kicking it with me and Dennis earlier today during our little afternoon live or evening live, where he was kind of giving some updates on a story regarding one of R. Kelly's super fans who's closely connected to Sylvia's chat. I guess he's a huge supporter of Sylvia, and he has been locked up. So please check out that live where Dennis gives all the deets on that. And then fast forward over here. Thank you for sitting in. Oh, let me say something else. I'm sure the lead is not in here, but yesterday when Dennis and I went live, and I was streaming on both platforms yesterday, this main channel and my backup channel. I want to say it was probably only 6 or 7 people in the backup channel. And the lead attorney dropped down over there, okay? And he talked for a good little while. So it was nice to connect with him, even though he was mean to me last week when I went over there to see him. But I guess that was his way of making things nice. So anyway, I appreciated him coming by yesterday. I'm definitely going to go back over there, check out what he has to say. This week, you guys know that Fani We should have an answer about the disqualification decision by the judge this week. Just all kinds of stuff is going on. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for sure. Well, the members for sure, we will get together. It'll either be between 8 or 9. I'll figure out a couple things we can talk about. We might talk a little bit about this earnest stuff. We might have some more stuff we want to talk about behind the scenes, and maybe some other celebrity news. Who knows? Or we just might get together and just talk our shit. How about that? So with that said, I want to thank everybody for coming out. And if you have any show ideas, you can hit me up right here. All right. So you guys have a happy Sunday evening. Let me go and get caught up on Married to Medicine's reunion special part 2. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Have a good one. Smooches.